This podcast is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Mr. Blakley, welcome to the Galaxy Lair. It's an honor having you, and I had a blast fishing with you today, and just wanted to formally congratulate you on just an epic season. It seems like since you've come on the Champs Tour, I mean, you've been lethal.
Yeah, man, it's been a pretty fun run. This year was kind of magical. Everything kind of fell into place. I had a couple rough half on Lahamadou, rough start to Vermilion, but was able to claw myself back out of them and not have a bad tournament when it was all said and done, which was really nice, especially on Vermilion. I was worried about that when I was...
How do you have 2 bad hours and end up finishing where you finished?
Yeah, I think I wound up... That was kind of my bad one this year. I think I wound up with a 12th place. And, yeah, I dropped the ball. I tried to catch pre-spawners and knew it wasn't going down, but kind of tried to force it because it's like, well, if I can get on them, I can every cast them. Well, everyone's every casting them on the bank, going down the banks. And that was scary. That was a little bit of like, oh, crap, I gotta get going here. But they were easy to catch, so I was able to just fly down the bank and just pluck them on 10 pretty much, and just caught back up to a reasonable number, crawled out like 45th up to like 20 something by the half, and then went out and had a really good start to the second half. Some big fish that really helped.
That helps a lot.
Yeah.
Was that your worst finish this year?
That was. Yep. That was.
Because on the river you finished what? 4th?
I believe
third. I finished third.
I believe I was right behind you. Yeah,
fourth or fifth.
Yeah. Oh, Noah. I think
right
Noah passed me. Yep. I think I wound up 5th there.
Noah almost caught me.
Yeah. I should have stayed after you.
Wow.
I made that gamble trying to pass Walker and ran around, burned a lot of gas.
We all made gambles that day.
I should have stayed in my area. That one was a little bit of a mistake, but whatever. I would have regretted it if I didn't gamble to win,
Right, and then you had second on Lahamadou.
Second on Lahamadou and second on Green.
So a 12th, 5th, and a second AOY. I wonder what that averages out to for placing, like if you were to average them.
Well, I don't know. I'm not a math guy.
No, I'm not either. I'm sure one of our accountant audience members will rattle that off really quick.
Yeah,
so
rattle it off.
Congratulations. Yeah, we're listening.
Yeah, waiting to hear.
Appreciate you listening. So that's a quick reminder. This podcast is brought to you by Thorn Brothers. If you guys haven't checked out their fishing selection and their JDM selection, hop on their website and do that, or stop on in there.
They're not just muskies and flies anymore, are they?
No.
Got a hammer of a bass selection.
They finally changed. They got the new bass hats in.
Yes.
With the bass on the middle, too. I should have worn it, but whatever.
Slack and repping your own brand instead of them. Come on. Step it up.
Hey, when in Rome, I'm in the Galaxy right now. I do like that Thorn hat, though. But
those are sweet.
I guess, was Angler of the Year is that something that you're always gunning for? Is that on your mind every season, or was it kind of an afterthought?
It was huge on my mind, actually. I did a little preseason interview deal with Bart, and that was, the thing I kept mentioning, like, I want to get that, and I've set myself up so good in the past. So this is my 3rd year fishing Champions Tour, and I've cashed a check in every event except 2.
Really?
And
that's lethal.
So, I mean, what's that, 4 a year? Once again, here we go down math. 3 times 4.
Good. That equals good.
That
equals great job.
So, it's been like, come on, I got one of these years, I just got to hold it together, have 4 good events, and I can do this. Like, I'm getting good finishes. I just, have one that burns me. So I knew if I could pull that together, got a good shot at it. Obviously, we're just going bass fishing. It's so fun. I just love it. But I was able to hold it together all year and have great finishes.
Sure.
So
it
it was definitely on my mind. I wanted that really bad. So
I feel like it was the tightest race that
yeah,
I've ever witnessed. As
Okay.
far, well, I guess that year Arnie and Keller was really tight.
that was super tight. That
But
actually,
I don't know
think,
if it was that tight going into it or if it was that much of a, because Dane had a 8-9 point lead the year after that and got
that hurts.
overthrown.
That hurts.
Because were you leading AOY going into the championship?
Charlie had me by 1 point.
Okay.
Me and him were tied coming off Lahamadou. He beat me by 1 point on Lahamadou, and so we went for a shootout.
Wow. And he didn't suck? Like,
No,
he
no, I
didn't-
think he got 6th or something.
Yeah, and he had a bag. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, you get, like, what more can you ask for? Like,
Right.
on both your parts. So it's,
Yeah, I think we were kind of the only top two. I mean, all morning, all my fish were smallmouth, and then I caught a few in the afternoon, but I think we were the only guys that kind of held our own with smallmouth and
for sure.
got paid with
Got paid with smallmouth.
with a lot of smallmouth. So that was kind of cool, kind of funny that we both go out and we both start 100 yards apart. Like,
Fuck, I kicked that field goal that morning.
yeah, come in right between us. I mean, which was great. There's a
Wasn't
ton of room, but that was cool.
I was just trying to find and catch some bass, and I found some in that area, and it was like funny because I would have just wasn't expecting to see those two there. So it was interesting. That lake's so fun.
That's
We got to fish on it today a little bit.
yeah, we did. It wasn't as fun as the
No, they're
not as
stingier.
fun as last time I was there. The only other time I was there, but that was
It's always fun. It's just
right. We needed more time. They were chewing out there somewhere.
totally. If we wanted to make a day of it, we would have done quite a bit better. But we wanted to go try to catch a 6-7 pounder this morning, so we went and tried to do that, and we settled with a 5.
Yep, fell just a hair short.
Just a hair short. But dude, how long have you been like bass fishing in general? Like, I feel like
So-
you came out of nowhere.
I kind of grew up with a rod in my hand, and I wanted to catch everything. You know, walk around with a fishing line wrapped around a piece of plastic in my pocket, like, you know, oh, hey, we're at Disney World. There's fish in this pond, you know? Like,
Sure.
I don't care about that roller coaster or that mouse-looking guy. I'm going to go catch these fish, you know? So I definitely, I had the bug. I had it really bad. And then I just kind of kept growing with it, and, you know, but I kind of was trying to turn into kind of a normal Minnesota guy, you know, aluminum boats, catch walleyes, crappies, you know, things you can eat. Why won't you catch things you can eat?
Yeah,
you
meat.
know?
Yeah.
You know, and growing up, I'd watch some of the Bassmaster stuff, you know, on the TV and stuff. And, you know, all of a sudden, I met this local guy around Brainerd. We kept running into each other, duck hunting and fishing and deer hunting, and John Wolfley. And that was he kept talking about bass fishing. And I was kind of, well, I don't really know anything about bass fishing. I've seen a little bit, but then the one day we were crappie fishing on Leech Lake, and, you know, I told him I got these giant crappies, and we went up, and, you know, I'm catching like 14, 15-inch crappies, and he picks up this spinning rod, and it's got a wacky worm on it. And I'm like, you know, yeah, have fun with those things. There's a ton of them in here. I catch them all the time, you know. And he starts catching these bass, and they're like big, you know, like 4-pounders. And I'm like, I got to try that here. How about hand that over? I catch one on it, and I'm like, dude,
It's pretty fun.
why was I fishing for those crappies? I don't care about them anymore. These are way cooler. So
Right.
it kind of tripped my inner. When I was a kid, I remember watching like Denny Brower on TV for Bassmaster. He's like, black and blue jig, you know, flip a black and blue jig. And I'm like, I remember flipping a black and blue jig and catching some nice bass.
Yeah.
So I run to Fleet Farm, buy some black and blue jigs, and go to this little harbor on this lake. It's like May, you know, and catch like 50 of them, you know. And it's like, well, this is way cooler than crappies and walleyes. Like, and then we kind of, you know, I had this crappy 18-foot crestliner, you know, with a cooler plumbed in for a live well, and
Cool.
we're just fishing, you know. We both kind of would fish during the week because he worked nights, I worked just kind of random shift work, and we were just fishing around, fishing like all these little juice holes. We'd go to a lake, and it's like, all right, all the lily pads on this lake, you know, go catch them. Okay.
All right, this is a sneaky one here. Have you guys heard about the little minnow technique? You probably have. You probably heard us talk about it. But what that is you're simply strolling or fishing a slightly smaller minnow than kind of what's on the market. This has really become popular in Japan. And Thorn Brothers recently took on this brand. This is a new brand from Japan. It's called Galapagos Fishing Tackle. And the owner, it's a one-man deal, and he's a guide on Lake Biwa, absolute hammer. And he designed what's called this high roll. So this is a 3.5-inch little bait, and you're going to notice on the forehead of this bait there's a little notch there for your ball head or for your jig head. And what that's designed to do, we've really grown fond of this decoy standard head for that smaller minnow. A, because it's got a light wire hook that doesn't bend out. There's a lot of these smaller minnow heads that hook will actually bend out on you, or the hook's too heavy a wire than you're wanting to do with this kind of dainty presentation. So you'll notice there's a notch in the forehead for your ball head, but there's also this channel right here down the middle to help you rig that ball head perfectly. And what that's going to do is going to position that bait so that it rolls really easy. And then you'll notice there's a notch down the tail, so that tail's going to have a little quiver and kick to it as you're rolling it through the water column. So the mooch minnows become very popular. I'd highly encourage you have some mooch minnows, but when you need to shake and get that roll out of the bait, I think you'll be very fond of this Galapagos High Roll 3.5. They come in a variety of colors. And that decoy ball head really makes a difference in pinning that fish and getting them in the boat. So couple that with the Vocelka Fishing and Custom strolling rod, and you're ready to go scoping, baby. Scope straight or scope home. But not only that, you can find all the latest and greatest bass fishing tackle at Thorn Brothers, whether it's Japanese or American. Stop into their store or head to their website, thornbrothers.com.
All the docks on this lake, and we'd go catch them, and we kept seeing like these Thursday night bassin tournaments, and you'd see the results, and it's like, oh wow, they really caught them on that lake. Oh well, Mission Lake, we know that one, like that's a cool lake, you know, like yeah. We fished that one, maybe we could compete in these, I don't know. But then I'm like, tournaments, these guys got to be really good, like they're fishing tournaments, like that's kind of a big deal. Well, we wind up finally our schedules meshed, and we got one to go. We fished all day, just kind of on these little lakes around, and then North Long Lake, our first Thursday nighter. Here we go. We go and pay our money, and we're going to jump into this tournament. We take off, and we're going to run all the way across the lake. And take off, and with the old 90s just wound tight, you know, and all of a sudden it just and it just locks up. And we're just adrift out there out in the middle of the bay.
First tournament ever.
First tournament. We're 100 yards off the buoys. And it's like, okay, well, that sucks. You know, try and crank back over. It's locked up. It's, oh, crap. Okay. I don't know. I got my old Terova on there, dropped her down in the water, just put her on 10 and started fishing. And we wound up coming in. We wound up getting second in that. So that was kind of a big, like, oh, hey, I guess we can compete. We were kind of at a big disadvantage here. We didn't have a motor. So
right.
We lost a ton of time, obviously, getting around with that. So
I feel like in some ways, like those issues are like the fish gods telling you they want you to do something, but most people can't handle it, and they put the boat on the trailer, or they do this or that. But if you're willing to roll with the punches, I've had some awesome stuff happen through crisis, and turns into like an opportunity where you just blast them, and you could have never planned for it. But,
well, just
I've had those moments.
Like, just think, maybe these are the fish gods. We go and we get stomped. Say we don't catch anything, or we wind up zeroing in this tournament, we're coming in last. Like, would I have been like, wow, that was really cool, let's go do it again? Like, I don't know, I have no idea. So maybe
that is interesting. Maybe
that Mercury blowing up on me was the reason that.
Did you guys win or take second?
We got second.
Well, that left a little bit of
stuff, to be desired. Little bone to pick. Like, let's go win one of these things. And the next time we went to North Long, I won it. So
hell yeah,
yeah, it was.
So, that's crazy. And how long ago was this?
That was probably 5, maybe 6 years. And yeah, just kind of, well, I guess if I'm going to do this, I better buy a bass boat. So went and bought an old Ranger and then wound up with a little newer Skeeter. And now I'm running a newer Skeeter yet. And I mean, they've been great boats. It's been fun. I wouldn't change back, to go to a aluminum boat again. I just love running those things.
Yeah. It makes sense why you run a Skeeter. You know why?
Why is that?
Because you bug the shit out of me. Just kidding. It's my Skeeter. That's what I told Dane. He's like, about time you run a Skeeter. He's like, why? It's because you bug the shit out of me.
Did Dane do like a nice fake? That's so funny.
He actually thought it was funny.
Oh, good. Okay.
It was genuine.
I'm glad Dane's got a good sense of humor.
If it was fake, he had me fooled.
Well, maybe a good salesman.
No, Skeeter makes a great rig. Vex makes great. I mean,
they do. That was a sweet boat.
A lot of nice boats out there.
I felt a little out of place, not having all my gear, but it's always different. It was handleable, especially with that graph mount that raises way up.
The beat down outdoors.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. That's neat.
Yeah, Intune Marine, they'll get you fixed up with a beat down if you're looking for one. And if your neck's starting to hurt, maybe give Intune a call and get you a beat down on there.
Yeah, I would. I would consider it, except got to get a triple mount up there. More graphs is more fun.
Yeah. So I guess how many boats are, because you fish a lot of local stuff up in Brainerd. Yeah. And those are what, 20 to 40 boats, depending which way you slice it?
Yeah.
Good group of dudes up there.
There's some hammers up there. It's actually been a really good area for me to kind of cut my teeth, I feel like, because, you got some just absolute sticks.
Totally. It is weird when you look at all the clicks. Like the clicks of, or the groups of anglers, and it's like,
for sure. Wow,
there's so many good fishermen out there,
and they're all good dudes. That's the best thing about it. Like a lot of them, you can talk to after the tournaments. It's not like everyone's all kind of put offish. It's just,
especially that Brainerd crew, I noticed.
Yeah,
they're extra cool.
Yeah.
I mean, less traffic, more laid back.
I hope I can be classified as part of them.
I think you are, even though you're from Rochester.
Yeah, I grew up down there. That was a little change. Glad to get up by Brainerd, though. Kind of stumbled my way up there after I graduated high school.
You mentioned you did some trout fishing.
Yeah, dude, those stream trout. That was I cut my teeth on those things. Like, drive my old 1990 Ford Ranger around and didn't have GPS on my phone, like primitive, didn't have live scope. Like, it was hard, dude.
What a concept.
It was hard. And we drive around with this little map book and find these trout streams and catch these. A lot of them are just little tiny brown trout, some brook trout, some rainbows, where you'd get the stocked ones. But of course, in high school, I'm too cheap to pay to go into these state parks, We're fishing these random little things. We found some absolute juice holes. I should go back down there and try and find some of them again to see if I can remember where it's at.
It's little creek pools and bends and breaks and
catch a couple, light a fire, cook them up on the side of the stream. Like, it was living.
Oh yeah, mending the old frickin' creek, bud.
Yeah,
mending the creek. You fly rod or spinning rod?
I did a little bit of the fly rod thing, but it was pretty fun catching them on a little crankbait or a little spinner or something. So I kind of
way more fun.
Your back casts into the trees. The state park guys had it good because they got these nice cut paths and stuff. We're boondocking. We're like fishing. Some of these streams are 5 feet across in places, and we're trying to. You can barely cast, and so
need an ice fishing pole for that.
Yeah, pretty much.
I bet you could actually make
for sure. Yeah, for sure. Was cool.
Idea. That should be that's a good idea.
Maybe I'm gonna do it.
I might. You ever bedfish with a ice pole?
No.
Like the MLF guys?
No, I don't really. I got nothing against bed fishing, but I don't usually do it for sport. So usually it's in a tournament, and it just kind of is a opportunistic sort of thing. So no, I don't. I've never done that. I've thought it, some people you'll see them laying with the flogger and that. I don't know. Get a dot on them and just pull up and catch them on perspective or just know where they are.
Right.
Use your eyes. I don't know.
I'm not a flogger guy myself.
I've caught a few doing it, but perspective's
way better in my mind.
Shut it down a lot for me.
Were you perspectiving them on Vermilion?
I was. Yeah. A lot of them.
My scope wasn't working, so.
Oh, no. Not that it would have killed you.
I was wondering how much it would have helped me.
Yeah, so it was more where there was sand. You could see them clear as day where there was sand up under. I mean, but I saw so many of them that probably cost me time because I was like, how am I going to get this one out of this boat lift if I catch him? But it was nice because you could see, okay, there's 2 beds. So, like, I'm not worried about catching that same fish. I could see 2 active fish, one across from each other on a dock or a boat lift.
Yep.
And so it's like, okay, I can cast in, I can catch this one, and then I can go around and I can cast in and catch this one, instead of trying to fish each pole and like, oh crap, is that the same fish? Like, so,
Right.
So that was nice. That was honestly probably the biggest way that I used it, is like under the docks, just sand.
Making sure you don't catch the same one.
But I mean, otherwise, yeah, you'd pluck a couple that were off out in the open, but I wasn't trying to fish anything deep because you just had to go. Like, you had to catch them so fast. There were so many in 6 inches of water to 3 feet of water that you could see clear as a day. Right.
Because I didn't have scope working, I basically knew I had to do that.
And that was the way to win. I mean, that was.
I heard Hunter and was scoping a little bit.
Yeah, I believe it.
Heard that in forward or whatever, or I don't know. But
interesting. Yeah, they were. You could see them on scope, but I mean, they had to be the right ones. It wasn't all about scope. I could have took it off, and it probably wouldn't to hurt me much. But.
Sure. Well, do you remember that first, like, that North Long tournament that you took second? Like, what that first lure you were successul with was?
A black and blue jig, man.
Beautiful thing, isn't it?
Oh, it's a gorgeous thing. We caught him in like 6 inches of water. There was like a little floating bog.
Oh, perfect.
Kind of up against the bank. I remember catching a big one off that. Yeah, it was like kind of post spawn. It was kind of grimy, but
they can get on that.
They were so shallow. Like, looking back, it's like I would never fish there. Like, I wouldn't even hardly look at that place these days. But here we are, like, good. Got the old Crossliner beached up here, like bobbing up there.
They don't care.
They ate it. I don't know. Maybe we've gotten dumber. Maybe I've got to go back to the roots a little bit. But
I think, going to the roots can be a really good thing. It just, seems to depend where we go. And, don't overthink it is all. That's what I've learned.
Right. We all kind of want to be snobs. Like, I'm an offshore guy,
Oh, yeah. I fall victim to that.
Dude.
I just doubled down. You're trying to win.
100%.
And I just never feel like I'm punting.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
That's why. But I've learned that it's not worth beating your head in offshore either.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's pre-fishing tells you a lot, every one of these tournaments this year. And in champs, I felt really good about, though. Going out, I had great practices. Spent a ton of time out there, had a ton of waypoints on every one of them. Like, every one of them, it's like, I could win this thing. Like, it was kind of scary. Like, the river, I was really scared. Like, that's honestly the only one I lost sleep over that I can remember for a champs tour deal. Like,
I did too.
I knew that was going to be a terrible morning. I knew the morning was going to be so hard. And that it wasn't going to matter. Like, I knew nobody would be out of it in the morning. And, I mean, every fish did matter.
I thought I needed potentially 30 bass in the morning. That's how good the smallmouth were biting in practice, where Ron and I were anyway.
It's crazy. That's way better than I found.
It was fucking grimy at tournament day.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that definitely showed. And, I kind of played it safe and stayed closer and, just scrapped around. And I was kind of like, oh, man, it wasn't going great, but like I kept telling my marshal, I'm like, we can be back in this in no time. Like, we're not far out of it.
Right.
And then pulled up and caught, like a 3-something, high 2s, a couple other 2-somethings, and like we're back in it. We're sitting in 3rd or 4th or something, which is right where I wanted to be. Right in it, and had good weight. And it's like, all right, see how quick it can turn. There's a good learning curve there. Love it.
That morning was nice because it was the least stressful morning.
Mm-hmm. It was, but I was stressed, man. Like,
I was stressed before the tournament. And it got better for me.
Yeah, I was a little nervous right away. Like, my first cast, I caught a 15-ouncer. That hurt.
Do you believe that's bad luck, or is that good luck?
I don't know. I don't think it's anything.
So you're cool with catching one on your first cast?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Okay. I want to catch them every cast if I can. You
I
can't catch them every cast
usually.
Yeah, if you can't catch them every cast, I mean, like, if you can't catch them on your first cast, you're not going to catch them every cast. So yeah, let's start it out right. Start out, just catch them all.
You're not wrong. I think you're probably right. But yeah.
Yeah.
But so like your process when you go to a lake, like you've been very consistent. I guess what's kind of your process or style when you get to a lake, and how are you breaking down a new body of water, or what's your process? Everybody's a little different.
So that's kind of the cool thing with a lot of these lakes being new to me, being kind of new to the thing. I don't have experience. I've never seen Green Lake, Lacrosse, never been there. Vermilion, I'd never been there at that time of year. So it's Lahamadu I had some knowledge on, and I've had really good tournaments out there in the past, and I've won some stuff out there, and like it treats me really well. I feel like I'm right at home on Lahamadu.
Sure.
So I had to just kind of close my eyes and forget everything I've ever learned about Lahamadu. That was honestly one that I was kind of scared of, because I wanted to go in with an open mind. So I went out there with 0 waypoints on my graphs, and I purposely avoided a lot of areas that I've had memories on. Like I'd kind of peek at them and like, I don't even want to think about it. I don't hardly even want to catch one here. And I kind of found a bunch of new stuff, and that was nice, because what's happening now is all I really cared about. And that's hard to get through your head, but once that kind of, I found all new stuff. I didn't fish any of the stuff that I fished last year in Champs Tour, or last time we were there, this year. So that was huge. But yeah, just kind of, I run around like a maniac.
Got it.
I burn a lot of gas. I try and kill my trolling motor batteries sun up to sundown every day, and just scope around, cast around, graph a little bit. I mostly scope around, just kind of try and see as much as I can. And, some of the lakes are, graphing's a lot more important, but, yeah, it's cool. You can kind of you get to figure out the lake, and then by Derby Day, I'm just so mad at them. I'm like, yes, I get to catch them now. And
are you
fun.
shaking them off all the time in practice?
No, in the past, I kind of have tried to shake more of them off, but this year I kind of just, everyone else is catching them. What's one more? So,
if you don't catch them, someone else probably will.
Right. Well, it's kind of, I'm not going to catch a bunch. And if this spot can't accommodate me catching 1, 2, maybe 3 fish, it ain't worth coming.
Yeah, there ain't enough there.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do good anyways.
Yep.
So you kind of get a sample of what's there. And, like Green, had you shook everything off, well, you saw the walleyes out there.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes you could be convinced that those were smallmouths hanging out.
You're not wrong.
So they were aggressive enough that, you could have been like, wow, there was 15 smallmouth there, and 30 of them here, and 12 of them over here. Like, oh, I'm going to be good, but they're all walleyes. So I don't know. I try and only catch a select few, but
sure.
It's...
What's your lure like, are you mentioned you're fast. I mean, are you throwing moving fast lures in practice, or are you messing around with
it's
all kinds of stuff?
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of kind of, that power finesse is definitely a big thing for me. Drop shots and ecos, that power shot on a bait caster, that's really been a big player for me. But I still fall victim to the jig, man. Anytime I got like an inkling, like, oh my gosh, I think I can catch him on a jig, I'm throwing a jig. Like, I can fish it fast, I can fish it slow, I can fish it dock, slop, trees, weed lines, rock, like I can just throw a jig at everything. Happy guy. Yeah. Really happy. And probably almost dangerous, because I want to throw it. If I think that's going to go down, or I think I can win it on a jig, like, we're going to throw a jig and we ain't putting it down.
How much Champs Tour fish do you catch on a jig?
Quite a few.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big player for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has it ever just been a jig, or is there you usually having to mix in a Nico or a drop shot with the jig?
St. Croix, I caught all, but I think 2 on a jig.
Cool.
And that was a smallie derb. That was the coolest part. I whacked them on a jig.
That's fun.
They were eating it. I just got to lock that thing in my hands and just crack them. So that was pretty cool. Otherwise, it's a lot of I cycle through a lot of baits, even if I catch one on a cast, I'm putting something else in there, to spice things up.
You probably got a live scope, but I bet you don't have the scoping rod from Vocelka Fishing and Custom, designed to hit those targets right on the noggin on that live scope, whether you're fishing a 3-inch minnow all the way up to a 6-inch minnow, from a 16th ounce all the way up to a 1/4 ounce. This is the perfect mid-strolling rod. Visit VocelkaFishing.com. Check it out today. Scope straight or scope home, ladies and gentlemen.
You're testing things.
Always
and-
testing.
Yep, I'm the
Always
same way.
testing. I want to, I'm catching them quick doing this, but maybe if I switch up just a little bit, maybe we can catch them quicker. So
What's a switch you've made that in your mind gave you some efficiency or quickness? Can you think of like an example of that?
What's a good example? We don't want to spill too much juice to these guys. I got to fish against some of the guys that are listening to this.
I understand. You share what you're willing to, and if you want to cut after, we can cut.
And
if you don't want to spill, you don't have to spill.
All right, let's spill some. So on Lahamadou, I was throwing a skinny profile Nico worm, and when I started the second half, and I knew I was on a big school of fish. Well, it wasn't. It didn't seem quite right, and I was missing a couple bites, and the fish. It felt like there's more fish here than this is getting, and just switching up to a little thicker profile worm, all the difference. I was so close, and I switched up to just a little bit thicker profile worm, and I never put it down the rest of the half.
Interesting. Like how thick Senko thick? Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like, it was kind of one of those things where, I just made the same cast that I've made 10 times, never had a bite. I made the same cast twice now, and I caught
2 bass. Yeah.
2 bass right after a bait change. We're just going to go ahead and put this in our hand and leave it there for a while.
Sure. So you do pay attention to some details then, and you're always tinkering and interesting. Are you, how much do you play with the weight on your Nico rig? Are you messing with a lot, or are you more changing the worm before the weight?
Changing the worm before the weight. I'm kind of
It'll fall different with the same weight and a different worm.
Correct.
Or it'll fall different with a different weight, same worm.
Yeah, so that's kind of I like changing the weight, don't get me wrong, but most of the time I'm running on bottom, and I want it to get there, and I want to get there now, and I'm falling through weeds and stuff. So
you're throwing a heavier, more reactionary.
Yeah, an 1/8 a lot of times.
1/8. Yeah, that's, I think, a little heavier than most guys. Yeah, 1/8, 3/16 are both that.
Hard to fish fast with a light one. You can do it, but I'm not that patient. I like my trolling motor on 8 to 10, and I want to go, man. I want to keep moving.
For sure. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, too. Are you ever shaking it mid-column? The Nico?
Can't confirm nor deny.
Got it. Okay.
Maybe a little bit.
That's something I've been playing with some success.
I might have stuck a couple today doing that.
Yeah, no, I was watching.
That's right, you were there.
It was kind
Seems
of
like so long ago.
It was more so. It was like, were you just doing that today, or do you do that a lot? And, yeah,
just
trying
to spill the beans here.
Hey, if we need to cut, just say cut.
Yeah, we're good. Let them have it. Keep everyone a step behind you, which is a good way to learn.
Well, you're also a guy who I think seems to spend a good amount of time on the water. How are you able to get? I guess how many days do you spend on the water a summer?
I wouldn't want to know. A lot.
How many days a week on average would you say in the summer?
We
From
fish.
opener to
We fish
now.
every Thursday night, and then in tournaments, from after opener, what is it? Memorial Day weekend, Labor Day. So there's them, and then I try and afterwards, try and hit it once a night or once a week, and then Saturday, Sunday, well, not working, so better be fishing. Usually got a tournament, sometimes 2.
Yep.
So as many as you can, fish them all. Keep going, keep learning.
Well, I didn't know you're a good mechanic, so I didn't know if you banked up hours in the winter, so you had more time to fish in the summer.
I get it. My work's pretty good for me, so they give me a lot of vacation time, so I'm able to
Like 4 days a week, 5 total days a week, or 3 days a week, would you say? You get out in the summer.
We'll call it 3. Be
That's
safe.
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, but, there's times, Champs Tour deals.
Yeah.
Sun up to sundown for,
Oh, yeah.
the whole practice period, and then the tournament's like an easy day. That's always a kind of like, it's over already? What? Can we go back
Day
out?
goes by so fast.
Kind of want to go back out.
Everything. Oh, I feel like that's the halves thing. I feel like because we break it into halves,
It goes so
feels
fast.
quicker.
Oh my gosh.
If we didn't have the halves, I feel like it would feel like a longer day.
Dude, that is so crazy how fast those go. You'll go out there, you spent like a week out here, and I have 100 waypoints.
Can't touch quarter of them.
Literally pick a couple, because you ain't getting them all. If you try and hit them all, like, you're just gonna be driving circles, and it's crazy how fast it seems to go.
Would you rather have too much to do or just enough? Do you ever feel like you find too much?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Me too.
But I almost think it's a good thing.
I don't think it's ever a bad.
If I got to scramble, if it comes down to a scramble and you're running, it's like, okay, like I wound up doing on the river. I run to right where you guys were, and oh crap, okay, that's pretty well covered, and then kept running, and another spot. It's like, oh man, okay, we're gonna keep going further, I guess. Burn more time driving, but finally settle on a less desirable spot, but it was still something I felt like I could win setting down on. So, yeah, it's always good to have spots.
Do you fish more 5-fish events than Champs Tour? I guess I only fish against you Champs Tour.
Oh yeah.
Do you have a preference?
Not a bit.
You
I
like
get to
both?
go catch bass either way. The 5-fish are way less stressful. I can go out and pretty much do whatever for a couple hours, hang out and flip around, not really have to worry too much. And then, kind of Champs, it's so hard to come from behind, and I had to do it twice this year, and that was so hard,
It's hard.
That's very hard. You got to really be dialed. Those guys are good.
You did a great. I mean, you almost locked up a couple of them, dude. So
I felt
Green and Lahamadou. So.
Felt super close. River, Green, Lahamadou, like those all felt like tournaments I could win.
A shot,
and just kind of had to gamble on all of them. And gamble paid off on Lahamadou, and gamble failed me on the other ones. But just needed to suck a little less in the morning on Lahamadou. That was a bad morning. I didn't catch a fish for the first hour.
I don't think I did either.
Yeah, that was not a good one for me. Not a good start, but great ending. Made for some good drama.
That was fucking really close, and I forgot Charlie was leading, but when he left that dock, I was like,
yeah.
He could have locked it up.
Right. For sure. Yeah, and I mean, with the blackout period, with us not knowing what I had, that probably cost me.
I don't think blackout period helps the guy leading or coming behind per se.
Nope, because I had no idea what I needed. I mean,
that's
going into blackout, he was unattainable. No one's going to catch him. And then, I'm catching them constantly, and they're all nice. It's like, I got to be getting close. Like, how close are we? Like, I got to know,
You've been fishing on a pace all day, and then all of a sudden it's like...
Yeah. Yeah, so that one, take the gamble, wind up being late, take that, penalty, but, a couple more casts, I could have probably got it done, and then just had to get back, which would have cost me a couple pounds, but...
Right.
What do you do?
You like the blackout?
No.
I don't either.
Nope. I want that max stress level right to the end. I want them to know I'm coming.
I want the whole thing to be a blackout or a whole thing not to be a blackout. It's either we're
The
fishing
whole thing being a blackout would suck, though.
We're either fishing blacked out or we're not.
Right. Yep.
I mean, like a regular derby then. Mm-hmm. But it's like...
I'm glad they got it back open for the viewers. So
the viewers, I think it was the most
huge.
miserable.
That is so big for those guys being able to watch the whole time. That's super cool. I love it,
And not everybody agrees with me, but I think that's what makes it exciting spectator sport. But I get that they wanted people to tune into that live award ceremony.
For sure, which
but,
I think they still do it.
At the end of the day, Stain's first year on the owning it, and he did a great job. And there's obviously going to be a few kinks to work out.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think
Nothing's
made
perfect. I mean, Scott Martin's getting DQ'd still, so it's like,
Wow.
I might get defamation for that. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean,
He's a big listener.
yeah. He seems like he'd like this. He could maybe learn something about coming to Minnesota.
I'd take him fishing.
Yeah, maybe me too. He seems like he's got some stuff figured out. Maybe I can get a Okeechobee trip out of it or something.
That'd be the one to get.
I'm thinking that would be worth a lot of money to the right buyer.
Yeah, no, that's where he collects on the waypoints he pays for. He recollects so at Chobe. No, I'll get you back at Chobe.
Yeah,
At the Chobe.
That seems like a cool place. I need to get down there and try that.
Yeah, what's the furthest away from Minnesota you've bass fished?
Oh boy, that's
my question.
not very
I've
far.
been fortunate.
Honestly, not very far. Like I'm kind of a
Stick close.
Iowa for Okoboji, and
Was that the furthest from home you've bass fished?
probably.
Yeah,
Like to like seriously,
like a tournament.
kind of knowing what I'm doing. Oh yeah, for tournament. Yeah, I'd say that's the furthest from home.
What's your dream like if you could go anywhere bass fishing, like in the U.S. or not? Where would you go?
Those guys catching those big smallies in Idaho is pretty enticing. Like that's
Oh my
that's
God,
pretty
I'm with
enticing.
you.
Like that'd
I'm
be
with you.
Go throw some big stuff for them and try that. That'd be cool.
The locals hate people coming out there, I guess. So it's like
yeah.
I'm gonna need some big boys with me when we roll out to Idaho.
I mean, let's go.
These ain't fighting arms, but we'll pack some heat and pack some lethal
This is America.
smallmouth bam bam and
This
get
is
after
America. Maybe some of that Japanese stuff.
Idaho looks so much fun. They're catching giant,
8-pound smallmouth
it's like
and
the
stuff.
best in the world.
Yeah, like they might get a new world record out of that thing in the next couple of years.
I ain't seen more 8-pound fish coming out any other part of the U.S.
It's crazy.
And
But-
St. Lawrence kicks them out.
Yeah, it does.
But
yeah,
I don't know if it's better than that.
Right. I don't know. I would it'd be pretty hard though if I just, let's throw a bucket list trip out right now. I'd probably wind up on like Lake Fork or something, like
Talking to
catch
Fothergill,
some
that's
big
the
ones.
place to
Dude,
like.
it
That's his
sounds-
favorite lake. I guess
sounds
there's big ones
fun.
everywhere, but
Yeah.
they ain't easy.
I wouldn't hate trying.
No, I wouldn't either.
Sounds kind of fun.
It sounds pretty damn fun
I like
to me.
Big bass.
I
Bet they'd
cannot
eat a
lie.
jig down there.
I think they do. I think they eat a jig anywhere in the country. That is a universally good bait.
You don't think that forward-facing sonar has them conditioned?
No,
I don't either.
not to a jig. I
They
think
don't.
they always eat a jig.
I think bass eat jigs. That's the moral of the story.
Is there a time where they don't eat a jig as good as something else? Sure.
Absolutely.
But you can usually, at least, if you freaking force feed a jig all day, you'll get a bite.
Oh yeah.
In
Absolutely.
Minnesota, you will for sure.
Yeah, you don't have to put it down. You're gonna win.
Yep.
You throw that every tournament.
I think it's
You're
the
gonna win
most, like
tournaments.
for a 5 bag, I don't think there's a bait for largies anyway that's won more
No.
tournaments.
No, I bet
in
not.
Minnesota than a jig.
Yeah.
I really don't think so.
I would agree. Dirty water, clean water, shallow, deep.
If you want big bites in Minnesota, you need to be fishing a jig.
You gotta have it on the deck all the time. I
Abs-
can't remember a largemouth tournament that I didn't.
I'm with you. I don't think. Yeah, I'm always wanting to catch them on it. I'm like you that way.
Sure.
So, but you're on the heavier spectrum of a jig, like 3/4, 5/8. Seems like.
I love it. I'll throw a half periodically, and pretty much always straight braid.
Yeah.
Big
What's up
fan.
with the yellow braid thing?
Dude.
You fucking throw.
I love that
high vis
stupid-
yellow braid.
It's kind of I can watch my line so well. I throw 50-pound high vis yellow braid right to the jig 90% of the time. Anytime I'm fishing around grass, that's it. I don't tie no fluoro on. I want a slack line, whack those things. I don't want to have to worry about no leader knots or tie them straight right to it. It cuts through the grass better. The bass just key in on that high vis yellow and they see that go right to the jig. And they're like, that's mine. I'm eating that. Yeah.
But you're not. But you do believe in. But you're not just high vis, right? You're not.
No, I'll certain situations where I want like a different float, different presentation, I'll tie on a fluoro leader. or run straight fluoro, for hardcover and stuff.
Yeah.
It's doesn't cut into the wood as much. It's kind of, dragging a football and stuff. It just has a little better feel to it about that.
I would agree.
But,
I would agree.
get a little too much grass down there and let's get some braid on that thing.
So braid grass, fluoro, hardcover.
Essentially, yeah.
Smallmouth.
Are they in the grass?
Typically they're around the grass, but typically not buried in it.
I mean, if there's enough
can
grass around, they're going straight braid. They're going to have to like it.
I'm sure a lot of times it doesn't matter. But green, did you try straight braid on them on green? 'Cause I feel like
the largies, yeah, they didn't care.
I bet the largies don't discriminate.
I didn't catch much for smallies on a jig out there. That was a minnow shaking deal, A-rig deal.
Yeah.
That was, and then some little more finessey things, and bottom baits, but nothing. I'd never really got them to go good on a jig.
Sure. How many times would you throw at a fish before you keep moving? Like, how many baits would you rotate on those fish?
Just one.
Yeah.
On
Just
game day,
get
it was
moving.
one. That fish don't want it.
Next.
In practice, it's kind of fun to
Fuck around.
play with them, and I drive over them and I do this stupid thing I shouldn't probably talk about a lot, but put the poles in the water and run your raptors all the way down, your power poles, whatever you got, and gives them something to kind of key in on, and they get under them and they hang out with them, and you can drop a bait on them and
Catch them?
keeps them around the boat, and you can kind of cycle through different baits then. And, you're bobbing
just
around in
don't
10
catch
feet of
'em
water
below
with
the
8-foot
boat that
poles
good.
down. I do. I catch a
do?
ton of them under the boat.
What's your go-to under the boat pirate?
That's what
Bass.
That's what they're there
Rig?
for. That's why I keep them there, and I can figure out how to catch them.
Okay.
Now
so
I've got my
that's
own
when
little
you'll-
pets. Like
that's when you'll.
they're living under my boat now, and my boat is their home all of a sudden. And throw a dice at them, throw a craw tube. Oh, hey, look at this minnow looking thing. Let's throw that at them.
Right.
Just start picking up rods, pull rods out of the rod locker. I mean, once they kind of get on it, they kind of hang out under there. You're just kind of your pets, and you can cycle different stuff at them and float away, and then you just keep floating, and then now their friends see their friends over there, and they're like, oh, hey, let's go hang out there. That looks like a cool spot.
So that Vocelka, that was a big deal. And
Very.
James actually
Very
taught
big
me
deal,
this.
huge deal.
Have I ever told you about the poor man's hydrowave?
I don't think so.
James Chapman thought of this, and I used it in a tournament.
Is
one
this?
time on Vocelka.
I mean, James Chapman. Is this safe for listeners' ears?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Let's let her
I
rip.
asked the tournament director if I could do it, and he let me one tournament on Vocelka, and it works.
All right.
So poor man's hydrowave is when you catch a little smallmouth in the morning or whatever, right? Instead of letting it go, you put it on you take a string with a big clip,
Okay.
and you let it go on that string.
You
and
know,
it
I've
just
heard
kicks
rumors.
around.
I heard rumors about this. This
It
seems.
just kicks around the boat, and it attracts all the other bass to the boat. And
Is
then
that
you just
fish part of your
sight fish 'em.
bag? Does he count as one of your 5?
Nope.
Okay.
He does. Yes.
Okay. Yep.
He does. So you do it till you get 5.
Interesting.
But
I
you
can see
can
that.
keep up to 10 sometimes in a boat, depending on the tournament,
true.
because the legal
That is
limit
true.
per person.
I believe
is
it's
5.
6. I believe 6 is the legal limit.
Well,
but once you
we're always
reach
at 5.
once you reach 6, you can't cull anymore.
We
So
do 5 a person.
yeah.
But yeah, then
Interesting.
when it's a by the boat sight fishing, call 'em into the boat sight fish 'em deal, that it works.
I can
It's
see that.
freaking
It's
wild.
cool when you get them under there because they're not always the easiest to catch.
No,
But sometimes you can learn things watching them, and they're kind of your pets, and they'll hang around. And if I can get something figured out to where I can catch them under the boat really good, now cast that thing away from the boat, and it's oh my gosh, that's what they want.
do you ever get them to trust you first? Do you ever feed them snacks and get them to just
No, if I had,
you should see if
if
they,
I had some night crawlers or something. I wonder, in practice, if I could keep some night crawlers in the boat or something, some minnows, go
'Cause,
back there
dude,
and feed them. Try and get them to hand
scuba
feed.
divers will have pet smallmouth and they can pet them
Yeah.
and but you have to get it to trust you.
Mine would be
right?
sadly mistaken if they trusted me. I want to jack them in the face so bad.
Oh yeah, you're using it and gonna
Yep.
fuck it over, but it doesn't know that
Yeah, I mean-
yet, and you need to get it to trust you.
everyone talks about how they're getting so conditioned to scope. I think they're going to get conditioned to, let's trust Aaron Teal sitting here trying to feed us minnows
Want a piece
and stuff.
of candy, bud? Here you go, bud.
Oh, who's a good boy?
How about a dice?
Who's a good boy?
Oh, yep. Sorry.
Yeah, sucks to suck. Shouldn't have been so dumb.
Piece of candy. I got you.
Yeah.
No, you should try. You should try getting him to trust you first.
I don't think I have time for that. I'm too impatient.
Right. No,
We're just going to drive
This
around.
piece of candy? No. You
Yeah.
want this? How about this piece of candy?
Yeah.
No. How about this one? Surely you'll like this piece of candy. No. The shade's nice.
Pretty much. And then sometimes like just need a friend to show up, and then all of a sudden their friend turns into is a little less smart than them, and that's okay. I'll catch their friend.
What's the best catch 'em below the boat bait that you've found that you find has been slightly more effective than the rest?
Probably day in, day out hair.
Floating it?
Yeah.
Just that makes
The dice
perfect
is kind of coming more and more into its thing, though.
I'm
Like,
just kidding. We're throwing that bitch.
yeah, they seem to.
Yeah, we all know you're throwing it now.
Yeah, everything's got fuzzy arms and stuff on it.
Can't
so,
even run from the dice.
pretty soon it's going to be just the cube with no hair in it, maybe. Coming around,
You try it.
maybe. It looks really ridiculous, but it.
The bluegills pulled out all my hairs one time, and it still worked.
So get this, I was
I'm
fishing.
like, ooh, it's a little poop.
I was fishing a 5-fish tournament, a TOC for our Thursday nighters. Like I went there one time years and years before we knew anything. And me and John are fishing it. So we go out there, a guy that lives on the lake and a guy that guides on the lake and knows, every nook and cranny of this thing, picks it. And like, they're like, got him. This is ours to win. And so, everyone tries to kind of pick a lake that I'm going to suck on for the TOC. Can't blame them. So here we are at this lake. Don't know nothing about it. It's like, I don't know. I think there's some smallmouth out here. Let's go see what we can do. Well, we go out there and somehow pick on the map the exact starting spot that they wanted to start on. Got better boat out there because we were leading for AOY. And so we start on that. It wasn't very good. And we wind up rolling around. And I'm watching these fish kind of shying away from my drop shot a little bit. So I take a freaking Z-Man finesse turd and I cut it in half. How ridiculous does that look? Like literally just they start at what, inch and a quarter or inch and 3/4. So, cut it in half. Here we go, math again. Yeah, so I just got this little chunk of floating rubber on there. Start catching a bunch of them. Wind up catching a 5.5 pound largemouth on that thing. And
Bareback in the dice.
Yeah.
No fuzz.
no fuzz at all. Here we go. New
fuzz
trend.
dice.
Japan, take notes. I'm leading the innovation now.
I mean, if a bass, if they take off all my tube tentacles, I'm going to throw the tube for at least 10 more minutes. And
Yeah.
I've had days where
Why not? Look at the net
they
rig.
might, there was one day at least where they ate the tube better without the tenties.
Can't blame them.
Tentyless tube.
They have attitude problems sometimes, and just got to try new stuff.
They do, but they're bitchy, but they're not.
Some days they very much are.
What do you do when they're bitchy? How do you handle when they're bitchy? Do you leave and find less bitchy ones, or do you fucking double down and make them less bitchy?
I probably leave them.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of depends. Like five fish, I'm gonna make them bite. Like I'll figure something out. They're gonna. But I'm not gonna throw a million different things at them. Like if it shows that this is not really gonna go, just get out of there.
Yeah. Will
Just
you
go.
check it again later?
Sometimes.
Are you timing guy?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Or are you fuck that?
I've seen. I mean,
Rotten Hill.
I've seen some things, with moon phases and just timing windows and, look at when we were on green and the wind was switching. When that wind slicked off and switched, everyone quit catching them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that wind picked up the other direction and everyone started catching them again. It was kind of, it's cool to watch, especially Champster, because you kind of know what's going on with all 70 or 64 guys or whatever. It's kind of cool to, hey, give me an update. It's another experiment for me. That's all bass fishing is. This is a big experiment. So Champs is cool because I'm real time on the water. I'm like, okay,
Experiment, test.
Yep, test.
It's just quicker. You don't have time to fuck around.
Oh, yeah, you don't have any time to mess up on Jams Tour, really. You're going to dig yourself a hole.
Well, you have time to mess up.
I guess so, a little bit, but it takes a lot of
You've
work.
proven that you have some time to mess up.
Yeah,
Which
I
gives me
guess.
some hope, but I just never seem to not mess up that good.
Yeah, but I didn't win any of them this year. I mean, second twice was great. I'm not going to complain, especially for doing what I love. But, first in AOY was also a nice deal. But
Dude, that's like
I wanted to win
a
one.
great accomplishment. You're gonna, dude. Don't worry.
We're coming back.
You're gonna.
We're coming back mad next year, boys.
You won the
Better-
Pro-Am. Like, that's a big
Yeah,
accomplishment.
yeah, that was a couple
On
years
a
ago.
grimy lake.
Yeah, that was fun. That was right up my alley.
Yeah. I wanted to get on that stretch all day.
Mm-hmm.
You and Timmy.
No, I never saw him
No.
all day.
Really?
Never saw him all day. I
Interesting.
didn't really look for anybody, but
Thought you were on the same.
I went and did my own thing. I caught him all over the place.
I believe you.
Went scrapping. And funny thing is I've learned that lake so much better now that I wouldn't probably do a lot of the stuff I did in that tournament anymore.
That's crazy.
I would probably
Do you
scrap.
smallmouth fish now?
Probably some, yeah. But you gotta know when to pull a plug.
Oh, yeah. No.
You got it. You could zero.
You cannot trust them hoes.
You can zero out there trying to catch smallmouth.
You can. That lake, yeah, them smallmouth, that is. I want to catch smallmouth everywhere, but that lake, man,
Good luck.
you cannot trust them hoes.
You feel like an absolute hero one day, and then
Oh,
like
when
the
they're
next
biting,
day,
I'm
like
fucking good. When they're biting, I'm
dude,
great.
Yeah, we fished a tournament out there this summer, and we caught like 10 of them, and
That's
nobody
great.
weighed in a full bag of smallmouth. It was fun to come in and say, yeah, I got one largemouth left in my bag. What was like a 4 1/4. So it was.
That's a great day of fishing out there.
Yeah, it was fun. We had a sack, I think 21, something like that.
Oh, that's a fucking great day.
Yeah,
On that lake, that's good bag.
it was good. It was-
What's this deal with moonfizz? Like you mentioned, like you've noticed some clear. And to me, I'm like, I've never seen clear fucking whole. Yep.
Yeah,
moments.
they, especially when it seems currents involved, I think a moon phase is important. A big thing with a tournament, though, is you kind of just gotta fish when you're fishing, like especially champs. Like I don't really play it in champs just because you gotta just go. Like I can't sit here and wait for
A minor?
something to trip. Yeah, I can't wait for a minor. That sounds like it could get you in trouble. So
Thompson claims he'd like run across the lake to a juice hole during a major or minor and catch him. And you
why wasn't he already at the juice hole?
I'm with
What-
you.
what-
I'm with you. But like you've noticed that, like on the river where it's like you're fishing a spot and then all of a sudden look at your watch and like look at the spot and all of a sudden.
Yep. Yeah, that
Like down to the minute.
when me and Novak were fishing St. Jude's a few years ago in the fall, I seen that happen on a sand drop where the smallmouth during the minor went both days, and it was literally down to the minute. I mean, that second day we didn't have much. I think we called 3 fish in like the 5-minute window we had, and then we had to go. Like we're gonna be late, so
That's wild.
it was literally super tight. Like
Down to the minute.
it
was
was
it a stable weather day?
yeah, it was sunny and calm, I believe.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know.
Do you think if
it's-
the weather wasn't stable like that, do you think it would have been down to the minute?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know. There's a test I can't duplicate because I can't recreate the exact same
Right.
conditions every day.
I know, right? There's so many variables.
And that's kind of the cool thing about traveling as much as I do, but I don't really get to lock in any lake. I live right by Gull Lake, but like I don't get to just lock it in and like, okay, here's what they do when it's blowing 20 miles an hour out of the north, or here when it's cloudy, here when it's sunny. I just gotta go fishing, and just just go and figure it out every day, and it's always different. And sometimes you can get away with just doing old history milk runs, but I kind of hate doing that.
I know it's less fun. I love fishing new shit.
I don't know. It's pretty fun when you pull up to. Well, I remember catching them here once, and you pull up and they're just stacked big ones.
Oh, it's a great feeling.
I
But
don't hate that. I like catching bass.
We got 10,000 reasons not to fish the same lake, but that to the minute thing, the only other guy I've heard that is herringfish on Hartwell. Cody Hunter was telling me that it was like down to the minute every day.
That's cool.
Major, minor. Yep, like had a busting spot, suspended
Yeah,
fish, and
that's
like,
exactly what those smallies
down
were
to
doing.
the minute. Pew, 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 top water. Pow, pow, pow.
That's cool.
Hey guys, this is an exciting one. I just got back from Thorn Brothers, and they just recently took on this brand. It's called Galapagos Fishing. It's a Japanese brand. The guy is a guide on Lake Biwa, and it's just really cool to see some of the awesome products coming out of Japan, especially with the hype around the Sakamata shad. That minnow's been around forever, but there's a couple new products here that I think are going to rival that and exceed your expectations. And the first one is called the Steer Ride. This is offered by Galapagos. This is a 6-inch minnow bait, and very well thought out for not only the rolling action, but also a very unique tail quiver on this one. It's going to move some water. It's a 6-inch bait, and they weight the bottom section and the front section more than the tail and the top section, essentially to keep the posture correct. So the big thing is this bait's not going to over roll when you put it on a jig head. It's going to be that perfect side to side rocking and rolling action. And you'll notice there's these wings on the back of it. And what that's designed to do is maintain a nose down posture while you're mid-strolling. A lot of these mid-strolling minnows, that minnow ends up strolling just like this. And I guess it's a little bit less natural, than your normal bait fish postures. So very unique minnow from Galapagos Tackle. I think Thorn Brothers is the only guys that carry these, so pick some up while you can. As we know, Japanese minnows, you can't get a billion of them, so get them while you can at Thorn Brothers. They've got some awesome colors in that Steer Ride. And then the other minnow they're offering from Galapagos is called the Zegra Shad. So you'll notice that's got a little bit different shape to it. And this minnow's designed to fish weightless on an EWG like a fluke, has a really nice shimmy on the fall, and then this bait's also designed to just swim on a jig head. So instead of shaking that minnow with this one, you can actually swim it, and it's going to have kind of an irregular, natural looking swim. So the Zeger Shad and Steer Rod, you can find both of those at Thorn Brothers or thornbrothers.com.
John Wayne, gaga. So, what were we talking about again?
Moon phases, herringfish, topwater blow-ups, bass fishing in general, all the cool things.
Outside the stratosphere, the moon phase.
Now, just think if you were a bass and that was just sitting in front of you right now. Round, no tentacles, just chilling.
I'd be like, I'm going to eat during a couple different times during the day, a little bit better.
I wouldn't. I'd probably just choke on it and die. Did I ever tell you when I was driving across, getting ready for the Okaboji tournament? I'm driving across the lake, and I'm like, what's this kind of flicking on the surface? Roll over there. There's like a 4-pounder with like a sunfish, like an 8-inch sunfish, sideways in its mouth, and it's like dying on the surface. And I drive over there. I'm like, this is my omen. This is it. I just rescued a guy that ran out of oil in his 2-stroke boat motor. Like, gave him a ride back to his cabin and went back and rescued him. Like,
during the tournament?
No, this was the day before the tournament or whatever, you know.
Do.
And like, you can't leave the guy stranded, so I saved his butt. And so I go back, and now I'm seeing this bass sitting here choking on a sunfish. Like, and I pull the sunfish out, let the sunfish go, kicks off nice. Let the bass go, kicks off great. Like, this is my omen. Worst tournament I fished my entire life. I swear it was terrible. Spun out, crashed, burned. Lit
You
on
spun
fire.
out? It makes me
I
feel
don't-
better.
I don't know that I
you're
spun
human.
out.
That's good to know.
Very human. That was a bad tournament for me. I felt really good. Practice was really good, and
What'd you have going on the East End? Because the East End, I'm like, God, it's gonna fish small.
Yeah, I had a couple of things that you were fishing, and Dane was fishing one.
Gotcha.
But I felt like I could fish around and catch, a
Fish.
handful of bass. Well, they all turned out to be 1 pound, 15 ounces.
Dude, a lot of people had that issue. I think.
Bad. It was so bad. Then the second half, like everything's 112, 114, 115. Like, here you go. Enjoy it. It was rough. And then that wind started blowing and it kind of trashed. It was hard. And then Nelly was sitting on a really good patch, and he never left. Why would he? He's catching them every cast. Like,
Oh yeah.
that was cool to watch.
Was it?
I got a front row seat to
Oh
that
damn.
one. Like that was painful.
It sucks watching that shit, doesn't it?
It does.
It's hard to watch, but I've been on both sides of that.
Yep.
And man, I forget what I was gonna say, but that is tough. Like not getting on stuff on that east end. Like James, I remember his second half. I think he caught over 40 bass, and I think he only got to weigh 2.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Think about that.
I would cry.
I know.
would
I at least got
cry.
to weigh a bunch when I
Yeah,
you know, would
that's
let my 115s go or whatever. But
that's crazy. That hurts so bad.
I like the 2-pound minimum, though.
Yeah, at times. I mean, it just adds a whole other element.
Like, it's the famous last words for me.
Yeah. I hope you
Like-
catch a bunch of 115s
Yeah,
if we
it's
ever
like,
do
I
that.
hope you
Just-
115 the
yeah.
fuck out of them.
yeah,
asshole.
catch them all.
But-
I caught 100 pounds today, guys, but I actually have 5.
Golly, it's more like I wish we'd do best 10.
No.
Yes.
Dude, Champs Tour. Every fish counts. Keep it every fish.
If I'm Evan Blakley,
You-
I'm saying the exact same thing as
Yeah,
you,
that's
all the
fair.
way to the bank.
That's fair.
I'm just telling you from my standpoint.
I want that stress level.
The-
I mean, because then
you-
you can win it in 10 casts. It's just a 5 fish times 2. Like, who cares?
I love
We
that.
do plenty of that.
Not for money.
okay.
Not for big money.
That's true.
Not the same.
That is true. But
And 10 or 15 fish would still make you have to have
yeah,
like you would have to have 10 over 3 pounds each tournament.
oh for sure.
Which is
Just about anywhere we
which
go.
is cool.
It is, but
And I
I want to catch them all. I want to catch them all. Like that's such a cool
You're
format.
gonna catch them all. They don't just all don't count.
I know. That's
Just like a 5 fish.
but
Most
now
of what
suddenly
you catch
I'm
doesn't
not
count.
going to be as fun to watch because
You do just really good in the 5 fish though, and
I
you
do
catch big ones.
but I'm not going to be as fun to watch on a camera
why?
because I'm not going to be fishing the same.
Oh, so
I'm not trying to catch them all.
You fish way different.
Yeah.
How? Okay, so what's your? I mean, you just won't even throw it a fish, or like? What's
Yeah,
the
I'll drive
difference?
over them on scope if it's not the right fish, and I see in small ones. I mean, you can tell size sometimes pretty good on
Are
scope.
you pretty good at that?
Pretty good? Yeah, especially like smallies on flats. You can kind of
I'm decent.
your
I'm not
depth
great,
set's
though.
all the same. Like just drive over the under 3s. Wait till you see one that looks that's a big one, and then cast said big one. It's really easy with walleyes.
I think it's easier with walleyes than
very.
bass. I've had some bass that I'm like, I don't think it's very big, and I throw at it, and all of a sudden it fucking lights up, and
Especially if they're on cover, they can do that.
Mhm.
If they're on just one piece of grass, they can hide it. Seems
you're
to
maybe
shrink
only
the-
catching their tail, or
Yep. Hard,
Yeah.
It makes it hard to judge size. So you got to cast it a lot of the ones that are on cover, but the ones that are cruising, pretty easy. You can tell.
Yeah. Where, how far are you trying to hit bass on scope when you're throwing at them usually? What's
That
your ideal
50
distance?
50 is a really safe number. You can make a
Mm-hmm.
really good cast. That's that number varies. I mean,
I'm with you.
but default, let's just go 50.
And then as far as, or close as, obviously you'll throw out a closer one.
Sometimes right under the trolling motor, sometimes
Yep.
100 feet.
Right.
A 100-foot cast is hard to make, and it's hard to make perfect.
Certain
but-
setups are better than others.
Yeah,
and
sometimes
certain
when
conditions.
Yep, when they get boat shy, put your scale to 120 or better, and second you see them, you better be launching. And certain baits help with that, but it's important. You got to be ready to adapt on the fly. As you know with bass tournaments, it teaches you some things you never wanted to learn.
Right. So I guess I think a lot of people think scope is just video gaming, just this or that. But I guess I feel like the guys who are good with it, they utilize it all encompassing, and
It's
I
a
think,
research tool.
yeah. So like, walk me through that, and like, I feel like you are very good at processing that information, and you have a way of doing things that's repeatable and works for you.
I'm glad it looks that way from the outside looking in, because sometimes I feel like I'm just a train wreck.
Oh yeah.
Inside, it's you can.
I think that's just part of being a fisherman.
I think so, but some guys are really refined and methodical. Like, you can't tell me Easton's really a train wreck. He seems pretty. That train's on the tracks.
Yes, but it's free. It's free floating.
It is.
But it is refined. Like there's no limit, but it's refined. So that's what's weird about Easton.
I guess I could kind of see that as being part of my thing. You got. I'm very, very particular. My leaders and knots have to be perfect. My baits have to be perfect. Everything's got to be rigged right.
Yep.
Hook's got to be perfect. Like, check my bait every fish.
I'm that way.
Like every time I miss a fish, the thing's coming in. Like this spring, I took a buddy of mine that had never really bass fished. It was actually the guy that I was on the phone with that tried to pre-fish for a walleye tournament for us for next weekend, and wound up bass fishing because bass fishing's like an itch. You give it to the next guy, and the poor guy's stuck with it now. So here we are. We're fishing, just kind of fun fishing. He's throwing a jig worm. Whatever, I'm every casting him on this Ned rig, and he's like, dude, what the heck? I can't hook these things. And he's getting so mad. I'm watching his rod load up, and he's letting him eat it. He sets, and he'd like roll him every time. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. So I give him my rod. He casts it out there, and I just kind of held his thing, He casts out there. He catches one, and I reel in his bait, look at it. There's no hook on it, dude. You've been fishing it with no hook, and you're getting all mad, like ready to throw in the towel on bass fishing altogether. Well, wind it in, and your hooks broke off flush with your
look
jig
at
worm.
your lure, bud.
Like,
That
come
pisses
on.
me off when people don't look at their lure.
Come on, man. Like, I don't know.
I'm a Nazi during a tournament, and I'm a lot more lax not during. But you talk to anybody who knows me, I'm over the top. Like, probably to my own demise.
I watched you pre-fishing out on Lahamadou the one day. Like, we normally don't see each other much on the water. It's kind of weird.
I don't usually see
Not
much.
that I look a ton, but it was kind of funny because we
make sure I stay out of people's way.
100%.
Right?
Yeah, and we got in the same rotation, and you were jumping everything I wanted to fish. You were fishing, so it was pretty funny. I've never seen a guy with a rod with your center locker open more than this guy. He was literally sitting there rigging and changing baits and doing this and doing that, and I'm like, the guy's sitting on his butt more than he's fishing. He needs to get to work.
I was soaking something while I was rigging. There was a line in the water.
Fair enough. That's okay. That's pre-fishing.
Usually honestly, that's when I tie something, that's my time to test the dead stick and the senti.
Fair enough.
Let's marinate this area. Let's
theory.
crop dust this bitch.
I don't really spend much time doing that.
Probably needed to some shit was fucked up or something from
the
day before.
Yeah, that makes sense. But every time I looked at you, every spot you pulled up, you were playing with something.
It's because I felt like there was bass there, and I could catch a couple, and then I wouldn't get a bite, and that was pissing me off. And I needed to know.
Yeah,
if it was me.
Remember that smallmouth spot you stopped on the way back across the lake?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I burned that down right before you got there.
I caught one there.
It was pretty funny.
I caught a largie there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool.
2.5.
That's kind of cool. I caught like 6 smallmouths off it. Nice ones too.
Fuck. That's what I was hoping to catch there.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I hit
Cool.
it, and then you come rolling by, and I'm like, ha.
I almost
you
started
and Chapman were sitting there.
Where was that? On Lahamadou?
No, Carlos.
No.
But yeah.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, during practice.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I didn't care. I knew somebody burned that down in practice.
That was me.
I just saw James sitting on it, and I was rolling by it.
Yep.
And I went to talk to James. I said, get off my hole. He's like, I started here last time we were at Lahamadou. I said, that's where I weighed the big fish of the tournament in the afternoon on Lahamadou.
That's awesome. Yeah. Did you hear what James did for his marshal after that tournament?
Mm-mm.
He took his power poles off and gave it to him. Gave him his power poles, I guess. I guess it was my marshal's brother for green. I mean, maybe fact check this, but like that's what the kid was telling me. Like, that's a classy move.
Bro, I've been his friend for a long time, and he had never given me no power poles.
I could have took some power poles.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What, did this kid suck his dick or something? Like, Jesus, I'm just kidding. Obviously
I hope
he didn't.
not.
But, like, holy shit.
I hope not. Or
What's that
some
Marshall
questions.
gonna do for my power poles? I'm just
Kid's
kidding.
probably gonna come back, turn into a hammer, and take your money.
Dude. Yeah, but that
With
kid's
your own power
inheriting
poles.
some fucking beat on power poles. James,
There's that.
yeah. Were they working power poles? Because
I couldn't answer that.
I think
this
he
is a
changed them
question
out for a
James.
reason.
Maybe the celebrity phone calls in order.
I mean, that's still a nice gesture to
That's
give a
super
kid
nice.
some broken
I'd take
power
'em.
poles.
I'd
Well,
take
you
'em.
could fix them.
100%. You know?
Well, you could fix them. That's
yeah,
different.
There is
I
that.
can't fix shit.
Is that why your truck's falling apart and your water heater don't work?
My water heater works, I think.
Oh,
Is my water heater not working?
oh, I don't know.
Oh, duh, the house. Yeah. Sorry, water pump. Water
Guy can't
heater.
fix nothing. He can't think. Here we
No,
are.
dude.
Here
No.
we are.
Yeah, it's not because I can't fix nothing. It's because I'm poor and I'm saving up for the water heater, and then I'm gonna fix the exhaust manifold in the truck.
Fair enough.
That's literally it.
Well, hey, at least you got a sweet boat.
Hey,
House
dude.
on a lake. Come on, man.
I'm grateful.
Got it
I'm
good.
just answering your question.
Got her good.
I'm grateful. I'm
Plus,
just
who needs hot
answering your
water?
question of why.
I feel like cold water
And I can't
builds
fix it
immunity.
myself, so I have to save up money to pay somebody to fix it for me.
Maybe you could get like a handy wife or something.
Dude, handy woman is
Any listeners that are single and
if you're
ready
a woman,
to mingle?
if you're a woman and you're good with power tools, shoot me a message.
Oh, and cooking. Make sure you can cook walleyes.
I'm gonna do all the dishes. That's
He's got her for sale.
this is Evan Blakley. He's my wingman this evening.
Yeah, 100%. Anytime, anywhere, man.
He's my wingman this evening, and I appreciate it. So, all you handy women out there, I'm Aaron Teal, and this is Evan Blakley, and yeah, come fix my shit.
Yeah, he needs it.
Or come diagnose it first. Make
Yeah.
sure it works. Let's make 2 appointments out of it. I don't judge a book on its cover, and I'll give you 2 impressions.
2 chances is always a good thing.
I can cook breakfast, though, Evan.
Ooh.
I actually can.
Well, thanks for cooking this morning, I guess. Quick trip
Not
had
if we're
to
going fishing.
quick trip had to seal the deal there.
I cook breakfast if
Which
we're
was solid.
sleeping in.
Yeah,
but
we don't do
fishermen
much.
do
You
not.
sleep in? Have you ever slept in? Have you slept in since open water started?
It's been a while.
Dude, it's been so long.
A couple times after a tournament, because I'm just dead. Because I
See, I usually get up and go to work the next day.
Fuck.
Or go fish another tournament.
I practice so hard to beat myself up.
I don't-
I need to practice a little less hard.
no
I'm dusk to
way.
dawn,
Yeah,
and
100%.
sometimes later.
Yeah,
I'm scanning, but
that can
then
get.
I retie a bunch of shit.
I don't retie nothing until Derby Day.
You just roll with 4 or 5 lures, and then
Yeah,
how do you test all them lures you test on them smallies in your boat? Then,
Dude,
if you only
every-
got 4 or 5 rods.
Okay, well, I give them the 4 or 5 options, and I do a lot of dabbling on Derby Day. A lot.
Really?
I like to leave it. I like to leave it a lot to the unknown. Like I don't even want to fish all of it. Like if I pull into a spot and I'm seeing fish and like, okay, this area is good, I'm out. See ya.
How many rods will you keep on your deck Derby Day?
Just sometimes 30.
Really?
Oh, dude, I can be a train wreck.
I'm
You
that
should have
way.
seen me on the river. I was tripping over stuff, and oh yeah, it's
that
bad.
Black River half, I bet.
all of it. But
Really?
yeah, I like to have options. I don't
I
want
do too.
I don't want to have to pull it out of the rod locker. And I tell you
Neither.
what,
I don't want to retie it either.
most of these tournaments, you pick up 5-6 things, and half your rods just stay wrapped up. You never touch them.
Yep. And that happens all the time. But
and
if
that's
you run
great.
into this spot, and
if
it's
I
like,
see them doing this, if I see them doing that, if I need to dabble with this, if I need to try that,
if one busts quick and you're that spooks in the locker, or
I always like to go to these tournaments with like one bait that I've never caught them on.
oh, absolutely
Stupid. Like, let's rig up one thing that makes no sense, but it kind of makes sense for this. Like how I'm catching them. What could I do
I'm that
that's
way.
different? Like I want to try something different. Like,
Have
let's
you-
throw this tiny little minnow on.
Have you had it be like, oh, that's the one I'm throwing all day?
No,
No.
no, not really.
Yeah, that's rare.
But I've caught key fish on them.
Yep.
On those baits I'm trying to learn. What better way to learn them than on Derby Day?
Right. And you mess with Japanese stuff?
A little bit, not as like hardcore as you, obviously.
I mean, very few.
But
as hardcore as me.
I mean, yeah,
I've flown to Japan and I'm going back.
Right. You're the 1%. I mean,
I'm insane. I'll admit it.
These things they're pretty cool. There's a lot. There's definitely things to them. They got cool scents. They've got cool actions.
Yeah, but like, do you mess with it?
I do a little bit.
Do you think there's?
I'm dabbling more, and I'm learning. I gotta remember, I'm new to this whole bass fishing thing. I'm still trying to learn how to catch bass.
I think you know how to do that, sir.
So, like, there's a lot of things out there I need to throw more, and I know this, but
I don't know. Do you?
Yeah.
Are you
absolutely.
sure?
Dude, these guys are getting better every year. If I don't keep getting better, they're just going to stomp me into the dirt.
I don't disagree with you, but
I got to keep learning.
Do you think JDM is helpful in a champs tour style or
Yes.
five fish?
Yeah.
Both?
Both. Absolutely. Something different. Something. We're always looking for the next mousetrap.
Yeah. And do you think that played in any of your events this year?
Green.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Throwing that different bait I was throwing was literally the deal. Picked it up, went from every like 20 fish I'd cast at to like catch them all. And it's like, oh boy, I got to put this away.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's the best feeling ever.
Yeah. Well, no, it's terrifying.
No, it's
when all of a sudden you're catching every fish you're seeing and it's like, uh-oh. Like, did I just win practice? I'm afraid I might have just won practice.
That's why I put things down in practice, and I was hoping things would be as good tournament day, and they weren't quite as good.
Practice was really good on green. They were really biting.
I think they were too. They were biting so good in practice. It was like catch one and like throw it back, catch another one, and then you'd be like, man, I can't do that on the next spot.
Mm-hmm.
Then you catch one, and then like look around, and be like, run this far, and then you throw it one, catch one.
Yeah,
it's like
that was honestly one of the only tournaments I can remember where I kind of got not sick of catching fish, but it was kind of like,
yeah,
well, like that was the same as the last one I caught. Just cruisers. It's like, well, am I really learning anything? And let's just keep catching them because this is too dang fun. I like tugging on them.
Oh, dude, it was a blast.
Yeah.
It was a blast.
Yeah.
So, how many tournaments did you fish this year?
I have no idea. I mean, every Thursday, 1 to 2 a weekend, champs tour. Like, yeah, every chance I got. That's obviously. So call it
6 a month? 6 to 8 a month?
Probably, yeah.
That's an insane amount of tournaments.
Yeah, dude, I want to fish them all. I'm just sick for it.
Crazy. And you just, in practice or not, you just want to show up.
Oh, 100%.
Cool.
I want to show up and fish. I'm not working. I'm
Yeah.
catching bass. Like, I love it. I absolutely love it.
It is the best.
I just want to keep doing different stuff, going to different places. I love, that tournament I fished a couple weeks ago, never seen this lake. It's like, supposedly, everyone's taken to the internet and, well, that lake sucks. I don't want to go fish there. Nobody catches 5. We roll up and catch like 30 and 3/4 of the field zeros. It's like, this place is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to go back. I would go back and fun fish that and, wind up winning the tournament. We had maybe 4 hours of practice the weekend before, just kind of poked around and seen if I would wreck my boat trying to get to where I wanted to get and didn't. And it was cool. I will go back and fun fish that. I promise. At some point, maybe we'll even do a champs tour or something in the area.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean,
gotta be ready for anything.
I don't know if I want it like that grimy.
I like grimy.
I
That
like
wasn't so
grimy.
grimy. I think I could catch a pretty solid bag out there.
For that, because what'd you guys have for weight?
15 something.
I got you.
It wasn't great.
No.
I mean, it wasn't great, but
But you caught a bunch of fish.
10th place didn't look so good. I think 10th might have zeroed. It was pretty crazy. But
You tell me about your pattern. That's how you catch 30 on those types of lakes. Them southern lake. There's a southern lake very similar, and it's the same thing.
mm-hmm. You can miss it by so far, but be so close.
Small spot. They're using small areas that would reload with current or
Some.
stretches.
Yeah, just stretches. I mean, they've been pretty good out there. It was, but you could miss it so easy. Take a left turn when you should have took a right. But it's just like everything bass fishing. But some
Okay,
places are
yeah.
way less forgiving. And that was definitely one that, you could go the wrong way, you could throw the wrong bait and not get bit.
Yeah. Well, dirty water lakes are unforgiving.
Very.
We noticed that today, this
Yeah.
morning. But, usually you can grind out something. But you don't have much
Yeah.
dirt up there.
No.
How do you get your dirt fix? Or don't you?
I got a couple lakes. There's 3 that I can kind of think of off the top of my head, and ironically, they're 3 of my favorites. I kind of, with gull, whitefish kind of being my main, tournament lakes right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's, that's a grass edge deep, but you can catch them shallow. But it's clear water stuff, and I'm not gonna say bored of it. I love it.
I could
But-
I could see a guy getting bored or sick
But
of
it's
gull
so
whitefish.
fun to no way, dude. There's
No.
so much you can do out there.
There is.
And it's always changing. So it's fun to just go do something different. Go
Yeah.
pick up little meaner tackle and just go and really work on your angles, how you present stuff, how your bait is in the water in general seems to be way more important in dirty water.
Yeah.
2 feet to the right and it's a bomb cast, it sucks. And 2 feet to the left and your angle's right, you're going to catch giant after giant. I mean, I've had some crazy days where you ever cast giants, and that doesn't seem to happen in the clean water.
No, not with giants like that. And that's the beauty of dirty water. It's those magic days where you getting
For
just
sure.
giant after giant.
And for some reason, those
My best
dirty water
days.
fish just seem to be really good at hiding from scope.
Right.
Like, they're belly to the mud. Like, they're living on hardcover. Like, they're not going to move. They're not up hunting like, the clean water fish that you can scope down and hunt.
Yeah. They
Like-
use things different.
They seem to, especially around here. I can't speak for the rest of the country, but it's definitely, cast angles are huge.
Yeah, and we were talking about that today. I feel like we forget that with scope and all that, especially clean water lakes nowadays with it's like,
Yeah, just
why
casting
waste
at
my
a fish
time?
isn't always enough. I got second in a fall tournament last year out on Rush, and that was all about angles.
really?
Everything about it was angles.
Yeah.
It was blowing like 40 miles an hour, raining sideways, cold,
Uh-huh.
rolled up on a spot right behind a guy. You'd sat there for like 2 hours, roll up first cast, like 4-pounder.
Nice. Yeah.
And it kind of heartbroke him. I
You
hope you're
throwing
listening,
downwind
Chad.
or upwind?
A little bit of both, but
Yeah.
mostly down.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yep. But,
Interesting.
shallow,
Yep.
real shallow. It was so important. Just exactly how you came across the cover.
Why
was-
do you think it's important with the downwind cast, and what do you think is effective about that angle versus throwing? Everybody always says throw upwind,
Dude, I would way rather fish downwind.
I mean, it's easier to cast,
No.
but like, why?
Put me
My
put
question.
me shallow.
Uh-huh.
Let me use my poles,
Uh-huh.
and downwind, I've got way more control than upwind. I can
Sure.
feel everything. It's always tight. The
Uh-huh.
wind's blowing everything away from me. Everything's tight. It's way better.
But why? Just tightness?
Everything feels right. Everything presents. All the grass is laying that way. You're coming through it perfectly clean. That's how you want to do it.
Interesting.
That's how I want to do it. Which-
Interesting. That's different than, I guess, typical, but I definitely do it and have had luck with it. You can get your lure to hover more
For sure.
throwing downwind, but it seems like if I want my bait
When I'm throwing a big old jig, I'm not really looking to
when
hover.
it's 5/8 of an ounce, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's just all about feel. I've had really good success fishing downwind, spot lock up, stand in the back of the boat, fish a grass edge, when it's just rolling in front of the boat, spearing waves, and we'll stand in the back and just mess them up off the back of the boat. I love it.
I like doing that too.
old school, no scope, you gotta know when to put it down. You gotta look away.
How much of your fishing success this year on the Champions Tour was looking at scope versus looking away? Like, to your point.
So I use the scope a lot Find grass. Like Lahamadu, I was looking at a lot of grass. Is that scoping? I mean, it'd be the same thing I'd be doing with like 360. Same dot I'd be casting it on 2D. You know, like
Look, structure scope and call it.
right. Would you classify that as scoping?
I'd classify it as structure scoping,
So
which is you're
So I did
looking at
that.
scope and
Lahamadu.
you're utilizing your scope to make sure your cast is right. You make sure
Introducing the chicken rod from Vocelka Fishing and Customs. This is the perfect rod for swim baits, chatterbaits, and big hair jigs like the chicken that's become so popular in Minnesota. This is a 7'6" heavy action rod with a moderate fast taper. The perfect action for landing those fish on a long cast, cover in water. Introducing the chicken rod, visit vocelkafishing.com.
all that's right. But
Right.
that to me is absolutely scoping. Scoping to
Yep,
me is
I
not
agree.
just video gaming of bass.
yeah. So the river, take it off. It's getting hung in the garbage, like
I agree.
up in the slop. Just
Besides St. Croix, I
give me an
agree.
old school 4-Trex.
Besides St. Croix, I agree.
I leaned on perspective quite a bit there. And then Vermilion, I think I'd have been fine without it. Didn't really matter. And green, I used it the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a scoping lake.
Yep. So I don't know. You know, a river doesn't matter most of the time. I mean,
Most of the time, besides
around
maybe
here.
some Pepin or some St. Croix.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. There was
'Cause the
some
shad.
scope stuff on Croy for sure.
If there's too much current, scope's pretty worthless. But there's when it's light current, like on Pepin or Croix, and all the shad,
Yeah.
like you can scope them out.
That's pretty cool.
I've learned that.
Cool fisheries.
That's how I caught them in the morning. Just like Walker was scoping them.
Yep.
So I don't know
Yeah.
if he pointed at him scoping them or if he, but whatever.
That St. Croix was a cool place. I want to go back.
Dude, was that place not? You could catch them so many ways.
Yeah. That was
It's so fun.
That was kind of magical. I actually really want to go back fun fish that
Love
one.
to go back there.
It could happen.
I think we should champs tour there.
Maybe we
again.
should figure out who runs Champs Tour and maybe give him a call.
Yeah, dude. I should figure out who that guy is who runs
Yeah.
champs tour.
Doesn't he have a beard?
Usually, most of the time.
Does he have tattoos or something
Yeah,
about
he
tattoos?
actually
I don't
even
know.
makes tattoos. He's a
Weird.
tattoo artist.
Crazy.
So
Crazy.
from what I've heard.
Yeah.
But
Speculation.
yeah, no, it's actually just talking to him. So I could put in a good word for St. Croix, but I don't.
Okay.
I don't
I like that
I
idea.
do not manipulate the schedule, and I do not.
You can
know the
manipulate as
schedule.
long as I like it. I'll let you manipulate. I won't say nothing bad until I don't like it.
I want the best for Dane, and I never want to, as a friend, put
No.
him in jeopardy with
Absolutely.
that shit.
I don't think
Me like
he's
it puts
he's
me in
dialed.
jeopardy. Like if I don't want to turn him into Boyd Duckett, and I don't want to turn into
not so
Jake-
bad if you're Jacob Wheeler.
No, but I don't have the lawyers Jacob Wheeler does.
That's
I'm
true.
Just kidding, but
maybe if you started winning boats every year, you could have good lawyers.
let's start with winning a tournament. We
Deal.
haven't done that in a while, so like a big one, and I'm ready. But we'll get there.
You're due, man.
It'll happen.
You're
I just
due.
got to figure out how to close one out.
I know. Me too,
I've
man.
led,
Champs Tours. I've been so close.
I've led 3 of them for much of the day.
Really? See, I'm always coming from behind, so I'm just always scrambling at the end.
I'm never
trying to
leading
pass them.
until middle of first. Every tournament's been leading or goal. I was leading halfway through the first half, or no, I've always been in second going into the second half, then take the lead, then
Yep.
lose it.
Dang it.
That's every time, I think.
That hurts.
That's hey. If
That's a
ifs and
hard
buts
thing.
were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. And like you were probably like, man, I can't put one away, but you won AOY. You know
Right.
what? And like,
I'm happy
no one
with
can
it.
take that away from you, dude.
Right.
And that is like the hardest thing to win.
That, yeah, that's such a cool,
It's the hardest
Cool
thing to win
trophy.
because you have to be consistent. You
Right.
can't miss.
especially this year with that.
You have to miss less than everybody else.
Right, for sure. Even though I missed a little bit, but
You miss less. Than
Finishes.
you miss less than everybody else. dude.
finishes wound up being really good. This year was, I can't remember Champions Tour schedule that wound up being more diverse, and like just the fisheries were
That's what's cool.
so different, you know, and like how everything went to the bank on up on Vermilion, you know, and then the rivers were coming up as fast as we, you know, I watched it come up like 3 feet pre-fishing,
Right.
like, and then, you know, Green Lake, it's blowing every day until Derby Day, it slicks off to nothing, like, and then Lahamadou, what happened on Lahamadou? Did anything cool? That one was kind of stable. That one just was kind of a good old grass fishing deal.
Fuck that lake.
So
I'm just kidding.
I'm good. I like that lake.
Hey, I'm happy you like it. Someone
Let's go
needs
back
to.
next year.
Yeah.
I got some bone to pick out there.
Dude, but like that's what makes Minnesota special. Like you can't have that diverse of a schedule in January. Like I think about that year, and
Yes.
it's like I'm if nothing else, I'm proud of the
That's cool.
diversity
That's cool.
of that schedule that year. You know,
Yeah.
And
Grimy largemouth fishing, Mississippi River, heck yeah,
And then Woman.
Woman, that's
so it like and
Yeah,
you
that's
just
cool.
like you're talking AOY, we were team of the year that year, and like I think like that's special, dude. And there's like
Yeah.
that's something to be proud of.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's
and
cool.
That's what makes but Minnesota when you figure it out and you win team of the year, you win angler of the year. It is something to be extra proud of because most of the time you're having to fish a lot of different fisheries to earn that and to get it.
it's so especially those
It's not-
traveling tournaments like that around the state. Like there's
Bro, it's
There's
not
a ton
like
of
you're
diversity.
king of
It's super
Gunnersville,
cool.
like
Yeah.
which is a
Right.
cool feat in and of itself.
Right.
Or like if you won team of the year for Denny's, like that is a huge accomplishment.
super cool
But it's just different than the diversity of like
for sure.
a trail in Minnesota, just due to the versatility of the lakes. Now,
Right. Even for like our local, you know, Thursday nights and stuff. I mean, we're going on, I can't remember if it's 3 or 4 years. Every year that we fished every one of them, you know, winning team of the year. And, you know, it's cool, but it's like it's the same lakes every time. Like I kind of want to mix it up, you know. Let's travel. Let's take this thing on the road.
gull and whitefish are kind of they're different.
Oh, they're
but
way different.
they're-
You got to fish them way different.
I don't disagree.
And I mean, there's a lot
but-
of little juice holes up there that, you know, we're going to leave undisclosed.
Oh, I would never ask you to disclose
But-
any hole.
We wind up fishing. Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought you were asking today. Okay. Yeah.
No. Well, what was I asking about?
I don't remember. We're gonna cut.
Oh, I was maybe asking about if you caught him on a hole I knew about,
Maybe I did.
but I don't care if you answer, and I ain't like trying to pimp you for your holes.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And we did go to green, and my map was full of all my holes, and
Them holes suck.
they did today
They were pretty
for
rough.
the 2 hours we fished them.
Yeah.
We fished one of your holes.
Yeah, that sucked even
It
worse.
sucked too. It all sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Our first
I mean,
lake sucked too.
needs to cool off. We got to get some colder weather here because
Dude, isn't that weird?
it's like 75 degrees end of September right now. It's wild. I
It's
don't.
bittersweet because I don't want winter to come, and I
Right.
want a longer fall fishing season.
Yep. I mean, this
But-
is going to keep the ice off the lakes for a while.
Which I
I'm
like
okay with
that.
that.
That means I can bass fish longer, but
100%.
it holds off that freaking feed bag and those magic days,
Right.
which it's like,
Yep.
how do you want your drugs, mister? Do you want, you know,
Do you want them now or later?
right? Or do you want them spread out in like a very mild fashion, or do you want, like that's what like, if you wanted to get wintry now,
I mean,
you're asking for
overdosing, you know, fun in the moment, I feel like, but
as long as you don't
Then
overdose.
then it like is over.
Then you're shoveling.
Then you're dead.
Then you're shoveling.
Hopefully, you got
Then you're
nothing to
shoveling
shovel.
snow, and you're like, God damn. That's why I'm like, oh, I'll take a tough day because it means I have
Absolutely.
more days.
We're bass fishing. We're not at work.
If they're good days, it
great.
means if we're fucking them up right now, it means our days are limited.
I know it's
So-
coming. It's coming.
So I'm grateful for this grindy day of fishing that we still caught a 5-pounder. So that
Yep.
was good.
That
good.
was kind of fun.
a
My
fun
first
little
hook
lake.
set of the day. That felt good.
I got the little ones out of the way.
Yeah,
for
you did. I appreciate that.
No problem.
I didn't wanna-
Remind me to do that in Champs Tour next time.
I might go ahead and take them from you.
He's like, nah, Danica does.
Yeah. I would quit shaking them off. You know.
Yeah, dude. What do you like, gull or whitefish better if you're fishing a tournament? Do you have a preference? Like,
I like whitefish.
does whitefish like you better than gull?
It seems to. It's way harder.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Why? How
It's-
so? I don't
Just
disagree.
the
I think it's harder.
variances of what you can do, the number of lakes,
The consistency.
the consistency's gone out the window. So inconsistent.
Yes,
And I
okay,
love that
thank you.
because guys crash and burn out there, you know. And I've crashed and burned out there. I've had,
Oh, it happens.
you know, like that was one of my Okaboji, and out there is literally the two that I didn't Champions Tour events that I didn't cash a check. That one stings less because I got to go out there the next day in the Pro-Am and win.
Yeah.
However,
Fair.
it
I
was,
sucked in both.
yeah,
I was like,
congratulations.
end of the check line in both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it
Missing
was. I went in and like I was top 10 or 6th, 8th, something like that. At lunch, I went out and just threw it away. But it was my second Champs Tour event, and I could look back and be like, that was dumb. I made some mistakes, and looking back, I know exactly what I did. So kind of waiting to go back there and get a little bit of redemption. It's such a cool fishery. I think that-
so too. I like whitefish way better than Lahamadou. And I feel like whitefish is a lake
Yeah.
that is tough to be consistent, like
Very.
an ace on, and which is cool.
Yeah,
right?
and I think
'Cause
I've-
nobody masters that lake, or where you're like, oh, I'm gonna win for sure, or this guy's gonna win for sure. Like
Yeah.
it's not like that.
No.
Gull has those stretches where it's
For
like,
sure.
you
I
know,
go out to whitefish with literally 20 rods on the deck, and I have no idea where I'm going to start, and no idea where I'm going to end.
That's cool.
It's just fun to just kind of swing from the hip and just go.
yeah.
Just
Fish
I don't
pretty
know.
fast out there usually.
depends.
Yeah.
Yes, no, sometimes.
Depends on the grass. Like
Yeah, for sure. You know, am I scoping? Am I deep? Am I shallow?
yeah.
You know, and that's another cool thing. You know, sometimes you get them in 60, sometimes you get them in 6 inches. Like, you just never know what you're going to wind up doing. And it's so fun. It's,
I mean, I've had some magic schools on white, like 100, 150 bass schools. Like the biggest.
and they're gone tomorrow.
It can be.
Gone. You can't find them. Like, they don't exist.
It is so
I've had
inconsistent.
awesome tournaments and won tournaments on spots that I've only caught them there one time, and that was in the tournament.
Man.
It felt right. You pull up on it, you catch them, light them up, you go back. 4 years, haven't caught them again.
It should be called grayfish because it's not black and white.
Right. Literally,
Time flies when you're talking bass fishing,
It's addicting, especially when you go in and a guy's got magazines that open backwards,
right?
and I can't read a word in it, but I am a picture guy.
They're cool.
Yeah,
Japan's cool country.
Yeah, Japan stuff is absolutely wild. I'm still not sure if I opened the magazine right or wrong, or
There's not a
Anywhere in
right or
between.
wrong way. It's the book. Is there who's to decide, Evan?
I'm thinking some Japanese guy. That's who I'm gonna let decide.
Well, what happens if you do it wrong?
Can confirm probably the fishing sucks. Maybe if I'd have been able to read any of those words, maybe if I'd opened the magazine the right way, maybe we would have caught a bunch of bass today. Maybe we would have caught that 7-pounder we were after.
It's possible, but I don't know what we could have done today besides fish probably a lot more painfully slow on specific stuff and really.
Right. But we didn't really have any specific waypoints. We were kind of just
No,
free
I haven't
fishing.
fished that lake in forever.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean that's exploring and learning new things is how you get better.
For sure, dude.
That's why I want to fish different tournaments everywhere I go and every which way. Love it.
Do you have any aspirations to like fish like the opens or anything like
Dude,
professional?
I
like or is
Absolutely.
that like do you have any dreams? Like what do your dreams look like?
I don't know. I don't usually dream much.
I'm same.
I
dude.
fish too hard, so I'm out. My
I
brain's
sink like
like,
a
dude,
fucking
give
rock.
up. Just quit. Quit it.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Close your eyes and let me die for 8 hours. Like that's what I want. Yeah, so after that open was on Leech Lake, I kicked myself really bad. I got so many text messages of guys, texting me, like messaging me saying, oh, good luck out there. I'm like, not fishing. So I don't know why I wasn't. That was foolish, stupid, everything in between on my part. I'm really tempted to do the one in La Crosse this year. Sounds like they're going there. So I don't know. Never fished an open, and it sounds like kind of a cool time. Maybe I'll find my way down there. Why not?
So it's something you've thought about. Or
Yeah,
just
I'm
with
starting to
people
think.
telling you
I'm
to?
starting to think about more and more. Yeah, I don't really take much outside influence, but like, yeah, the more I think about it, the more it's like, why don't I? Like, I think I. Be
What do you have to
fine.
lose?
Literally, yeah. What, $2,000 entry fee or something? Whatever.
Right,
Cool.
it's different than making like the whole trail or something.
For
Like,
sure.
that's a big like that's a
Absolutely.
bigger undertaking. But I think even have you ever considered that? Or
Not-
aren't you a travel guy?
No, I love traveling. I mean, my wife's awesome and kind of lets me do my thing. But, she might get a little bit, if I'm gone for 6 months, she might be a little bit like, where'd you go?
Yeah.
Forget that she's sick of me, so whatever. But, yeah, we'll see. Maybe someday.
Yeah.
But I want to jump into a couple, kind of feel it out, see what it's all about. This whole throwing around, we're going to flip a coin and live scope this and take live scope off for that. I don't want to take my transducers off. Like, I work hard to get those straight and exactly how I want them. Like, I don't want to take them off.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it seems like kind of I fish for fun, not for work. And
I got you.
I mean, if they want to put drama into it, good for them, whatever. I don't need it, and we'll see. If things kind of straighten out and you figure out whether, scope, no scope, whatever people seem to like, sure, I'm cool with it. Let's go learn how to catch a bass. Or we caught them before scope. We're going to catch them after scope. We're going to catch them again if we don't go without. I don't care. I really don't. It's just...
having to take it off and on, or
Honestly,
what
yeah.
if they like do the plug thing or the key thing? Because
I'll probably take it off because I don't want it hanging up in the slop.
because that's what you'll be doing if there's no scope.
So,
Yeah,
turn and burn.
best five. I mean, that's especially lacrosse and shit. But
Yeah, for
they
sure.
make like 2 mounts where you can take the knob off the
Right.
scope and put it up, and I think that's a cool concept.
Yeah, but
you're not
it's-
disconnecting the wire,
Right.
You're disconnecting the deucer and just putting it here,
Yeah.
like up. I think it's on the trolling motor, like that black piece, right on the pivot point.
Interesting.
But I can't remember. But that maybe would be.
Maybe, but it's still
Then
on
you
there.
don't need to-
Are they
see,
gonna?
This is more questions for me because you're
Right.
freaking mechanic. So
Yeah.
for taking shit apart and putting it back together is like
right. Yeah, if I fish lacrosse, I'm
What you do.
pretty sure I read that's
that's not what I do.
no forward facing. I'll just grab the extra trolling motor I got laying in the garage. And
Lacrosse, you don't need it.
no, I
You
don't
want
honestly don't want it.
No,
Like taking it off would probably be more of a blessing than having to look at it. Boy, I didn't get to look at all them carp today. Son of a gun.
Actually, in the black, I want it.
Yeah, but
I caught some nice ones.
yeah,
Scope.
Oh,
the
for
only
sure.
fish I
Same.
scope, like
it was interesting.
I tried to do that enough to know that I didn't want to do that.
Right.
But in a 5 bag,
We'll see.
I probably might have done that for an hour of the 3.
And I saw that's what Trey McKinney started doing.
I mean, the boys
And,
caught big ones.
right? There's always fish
Goya,
to be caught scoping.
Koya,
There's so
Shakura.
many ways to skin a cat. And Rivers.
I love that saying. And there's-
Rivers a cool place. Speaking of cats, how about your neighbor down there? That's a lot of cats. When I was coming in last night, there was a lot of cats out there.
I don't mind
Are you like
cats.
feeding them or something?
I'm not. I wish.
You should.
I'm picky about cats.
Dude, I love
I want
my
a good
cats.
cats.
I got 2 cats.
I like
cool.
you get a good cat. A good cat's hard to find, but
I don't know. They seem to just kind of make you theirs, show up, and they're like,
they find
I'm yours
you.
now.
You've noticed that?
Yeah.
The good
Oh, yeah.
cats find you.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's something about that.
Yeah. My mother-in-law had these ones, and it was interesting how we wound up with the 2 that we got. They're cool, super cool.
Dude, good cats used to just find me until I sold my cat to Bankston.
That was a mistake. Why'd you do that? You can't sell a cat. They're not worth nothing. I mean, I love them, but cats have no
It
monetary
was
value.
my cat, and he wanted it. And he was babysitting it while I was looking
How
for a
much did you
house.
sell a cat for? Like,
I'm
what's
not
the
going to disclose
monetary?
this on the,
I
on
suppose,
the
yeah.
podcast out of
Yeah.
respect for Bankston.
Okay, and
But
Tax
I was
man
very
might find
close
you.
with this cat. This was a good cat. Let's just say
Wow.
that.
that was mean. How can you sell your cat?
How could he take my cat?
That's
That was the
true.
only way.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
I
if
thought
I
he was
just
more
took
of a-
your cat? Would you be like, pay me, bitch?
No.
Or would you be like, thank you?
No, I got a
You-
little
You just have
friend named Smith and Wesson that's gonna come find you.
See?
Oh yeah,
And I'm not
I'll
gonna-
fight for my cats, dude.
And see, I
sure.
wasn't. So it was, and I wasn't ready to do that. So money it was.
Okay, fair enough.
Because there's a,
There's a monetary value on a cat, I guess.
well, what's she worth to you?
That's like a companion.
What's
you
she
know?
worth
Like,
to you?
You can't sell your companion.
No.
You know, like
Lindy
you can
was
sell
a good
this.
cat.
Like this
Lindy
can go.
is a good
I don't
cat.
need this, but like my cat. No, I ain't
Cat
selling
would
my
little spoon me and like just cuddle, just
Wow.
a cuddle monster.
Wow, maybe I
Like,
shouldn't
swan
be your
belly
wingman.
rubs.
If
Swan belly
I am
rubs.
your wingman here, and this could backfire on me.
I'm not a cat stealer. If that's what you're worried
Jeez.
about,
Jeez.
I'm not a cat stealer.
Good.
If
Good.
that's are you? Is
But
that
you're
what
a cat seller. You're selling your cat. That's
It was one
Interesting.
time. It was
Think-
one time,
okay. Yep.
and that's because
Sometimes you can't come back from that.
the cats don't find me anymore.
I can't blame them. They only find the right people, and they're like, that dude sells me.
I have my own house now. I can keep you.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Nice
Like,
place you got here.
had I had a place, my parents wouldn't let me keep her at their house while I was looking for a house.
You know, cats kind of melt you though.
They had a cat.
Perfect. Now they can have 2.
They wouldn't. No, it wasn't
Don't worry.
allowed for the
Sometimes
2
you-
months I was there or whatever. So
Rules are meant to be broken.
Bankston was bitching to me about his ex taking his cats, and he was catless. And
And I got
I had to
money,
hear
and
all
you got a
about it
cat.
at work, and I'm like, and my parents can't let me take my cat, so I was trying to help him.
Kind of worked out.
Like, hey, dude, what if you just looked after my cat till I found a place, and then maybe you could find a cat in the meantime.
Maybe cat will
But
find
instead, my cat's cool, and he fell in love with my cat. And I'm like, well, it sucks. You're gonna have to give it back. He's like, no. I'm like, well,
Ain't
dude, you're
giving
gonna
it
have to
back.
buy her
you.
then.
So it was like kind of
and
non-consensual.
then he said how much, and then I'm like, well,
Interesting. Might have to cut because I'm actually curious about the number.
cut.
I'm actually, probably get back on topic. People are
good-
probably like, "Wow, this has been like a 20-minute tangent about a cat." Which,
Oh, yeah, the
which
cat.
was a pretty good story.
That's what
I mean,
we were
I'm glad
talking
I
about.
pried for that.
Oh, dude, it's a good stuff. Like, I'm still mind blown.
I'm glad he ponied up. I kind of want to meet Lindy someday.
I'd recommend it. Like, she'll just ask for a belly rub right away,
That sounds like a cool
and then
cat.
she'll hop on. Yeah,
I got an orange cat, and you rub her belly, and she like latches on. She's kind of
Really?
she's borderline feral.
dude. My buddy JP just got a kitten. Mm-hmm. Better than Lindy. I'm like, dude, when that thing turns about 9, you need to call Bankston.
It's your
You get
meal
like-
ticket,
You get like $4,000 for this,
dude.
one.
I'm gonna just start a cat farm.
It's a good fucking cat,
Bankston, here we go, bud.
dude. If you can
got
farm good
cats.
cats, you might change the public perception of
Maybe.
cats. If you
Maybe.
were, if you could farm a good cat, because people
Mm-hmm.
who hate cats, I agree with you. That's fine, but you just ain't met a good fucking cat yet.
That's true.
And
Cats
that-
are awesome.
and that cat's killing mice for you, and you don't even give it a thank you.
And if you're allergic,
you
that's
want
a
the
you problem.
motherfucking mice, you like rats in your house. You want the mice in your house. Them cats they're good for something. Dogs
They
ain't
are.
gonna go kill all the mice.
There's some dogs that are pretty hard on mice.
Really?
They chew them up.
I don't know enough.
Isn't that like what terriers, those rat terriers or whatever, were like
The Jack
made to do,
Russells?
or Jack Russells,
The
or
Kurt
something?
Russells?
I don't know nothing about. Don't know nothing about dogs. That's a whole nother tangent.
Dude, I'm all about it's a galaxy, bro. There's no rules. Did you play sports as a kid?
No, it's too busy hunting, fishing.
Hunting, fishing. What's your favorite? What's the coolest thing you've killed?
I don't know. I just shot a bear a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, that's
That was pretty cool.
I called you.
You know.
What's that like?
Yeah, you're trying to call me when I'm at bear camp. No service. Sitting in a
didn't know.
tree, trying to watch.
Freaking no, you're taking down a bear.
Yeah.
Take care of business. Call me later.
Yeah.
No worries.
And it worked out good. Except then you tried to call me when I had to go win a tournament.
Don't answer. Call me when you can.
Didn't answer. Sent
Hung
you a
up.
text, about to win a tournament. It's blowing 30 mile an hour and cold and windy and foggy. And that was a dark night. That was crazy. But we still caught like 21 and a half. It was pretty fun.
If it's an emergency and it needs, you'll get a follow-up text after. But typically, I'm fucking busy too.
Makes sense.
I'm very in the moment person, dude. I think you are too.
Absolutely.
It's an old school thing, I think, to be in the moment like that.
It kind of seems to be, we know what it was like back before live scope.
Fucking scalpers.
Yeah.
Fucking motherfucking scalpers.
We drove around with a cable drive that didn't have spot lock.
I remember those days.
Dude, hardcore.
Yeah.
Like that was
Remember
that was
saving up
intense.
for a Power Drive V2.
Yes, that and the
On my 14
Maxims then came along, and then the Fortrexes. Yeah, like kind of cool.
I started with that handheld GPS thing.
Yeah.
Like a portable one, and I'd switch it to and fro. And football jig, that's how I'd find the offshore rock.
Oh, yeah, fun.
With a heavy football jig, like on the horseshoe chain where I grew up.
Yeah,
I
yep.
was obsessed with trying to find... And my football jig was my fucking side imaging,
Yeah.
as a kid.
That's funny. A couple
Because I read an article about Jim Moyna to catch bags on a football jig, and that
Yeah.
was like one of the elements that I read about. Like, it's also really good at finding that hard bottom. I'm like, man, fuck yeah.
that's a good idea. Dude, a couple months ago, I got stuck going down to the cities for work training, and well, of course, I got a kayak. I haven't really used it much, but throw this kayak in the back of my truck. Forgot an anchor because no trolling, no motor or nothing. This is old school. I got a paddle kayak type thing. So I threw a couple rods in and got down there, and I'm like, oh man, I forgot an anchor. Pull a ball hitch out of the back of the truck, put her on a rope, got her on a ratchet strap. We're anchoring. Good to go. Well, GPS on my phone, lake map, and put that up in front of me, and I paddled around this lake, and it's like, I wonder if that's a hard spot, and throw the ball hitch out, and you bang, 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 and it's like, okay, it feels kind of hard.
That's an old Teddy Capper trait.
Yeah,
Do you know that?
I didn't, but he sounds like a smart guy.
Dude, Josh Douglas.
Was he using a ball hitch on a ratchet strap, or was he a little more refined than that?
I think it might have been a ball hitch, and it was on a rope.
Smart guy.
Yeah, like people would see him on Tonka.
How can he even feel it without tungsten?
He would. People, because it's 5 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, that's
It was
why.
that or a dumbbell.
That would
That
would probably be
hitch
better.
or a dumbbell.
A dumbbell would probably be better. That would punch through the foil a little better, maybe.
But people would see him and he was super not letting anybody see him fucking dragging that thing. But you'd find them boulders
lifting
or
over
that
here, boys.
hard bottom, and he
Yeah.
would drift or drag or idle with it.
That's interesting.
really
Just
slow.
a trail of floating foil behind
That's like
him.
an old school Teddy Capra.
He was probably digging
story.
trenches that the fish lived in. He was probably making structure.
Maybe on the
Screw
soft
it.
areas. He's like, well, we'll get to rock at some point.
Yeah,
we
we'll
just got to keep dragging
Rip
the
all these
field.
weeds out, and they're gonna have a line for my jig. Now there's a cast angle for you. It's a dumbbell wide.
That's
Yeah.
why the waves are in the.
Well, back to my story. I mean, before we get too far off, but that was pretty cool. I wound up catching
sorry.
biggest one I caught all summer. Out there sitting in this crappy little kayak in the middle of this lake, find some rock, drag a jig down, and it's like tick, 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 across this rock that I didn't even know existed. No depth finder. I don't know how deep it was. And all of a sudden, it just bows up on this giant. And it was pretty cool because I was actually FaceTiming with my dad. And I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this thing. I pull it out, and it's like a 24-inch freaking 6.5 pounder, skinny as a rail, but just giant. It was super cool.
Discovery was so different back then.
Oh, dude.
And Discovery,
I felt
and
like
then
I went
repeating it. Was
I went back
different.
in time for that, and then I found out flipping pads in a kayak really sucks. You flip
Fishing
in there,
in general out of a kayak.
dude. I don't know how
you
them
can have it.
them kayak guys do it,
It's
but
like peeing sitting down.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I'm just kidding, you kayakers.
Yeah. I mean, I could see the discovery aspect of new lakes and little juice holes that I can't put my 21-foot bass boat in. But I was on a lake. There was wakeboard boats and stuff. That sucked. I felt like I was going to die every time a wake hit. And then it was small enough. They'd go turn around and they're like, let's drive back by that kayak guy. I bet he liked it the first time. And it's like, no, I didn't like that.
No, that's not fun as a kayak angler.
Kind of want to get back to that place. That was actually fun. Maybe I'll take a more capable rig one of these days and go visit that again.
Was it just not a landing or just like
No, there was landing. Yeah, full on landing.
You
It was,
just felt like kayaking that day instead?
well, I was down at training, so I had nothing
Training for what?
for work.
Okay.
They teach me how to fix cars.
I see.
Yeah. You just go and eat all the color crayons and hang out, look pretty,
Hell yeah.
fail at everything.
I mean, dude, who doesn't love eating a good
Dude,
crayon?
you
Like, you know what I mean?
green ones, man.
No.
No, they it's kind of funny you put a bunch of mechanics in a classroom and think you're going to teach us something, and I'm just like, "When's lunchtime? Oh, when do we get out early so I
Yeah,
can
you guys know everything already. Everyone, like, you can't, like,
Yeah,
no,
you know.
don't
I just
be,
want to go bass fishing.
like
Let me out of
talking
here."
to like a wall, training a mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
guys are stubborn fucks. I'm
Can
just
be.
kidding.
Can be.
At Intune, it's like I was in sales, so I got all the shit.
Oh, you're one of them guys.
I'm-
All right.
Oh, you're one of them dumb
Nice talking,
sales
boys.
guys.
We'll see you later.
Oh God! Who brought the retard?
Who let this guy in here?
Yeah, who let the sales guy in? Oh, what are you guys learning how to do? Draw prices on paper?
I'd let you borrow my color crayons, but they're kind of gone.
Did you guys fix anything today? Oh wait, you guys just break it. You're in sales.
It's the truth, but
And it's funny, like, but by golly, do they get sensitive when you fire back? Like, I'm all for honest.
I'm all for firing
I'm
back.
almost-
I want
I'm
you to
all
fire
for
back.
honest play. I'm all for everything being made fun of,
Oh, yeah.
including sales, which I work in.
Yeah.
So,
How about Japanese baits? Can I make fun of Japanese baits? Like
hell
this
yeah, I do
beautiful
all the time.
steer ride you're hiding from me over here?
That is a nice thing. So you were talking about how you're really particular about
Dude, that's
things.
perfect. You rigged that thing.
Dude,
Dynamite.
I learned a lot from them Japanese guys. You won't find them not rigging it on top like that with that chin down. Like,
That's cool.
and it is, I've learned like it's easier to keep it stable. And if you reel it, it just swims a little different if you're not shaking it. And then it just, you barely have to shake it and it does what you want it to
I
do.
like it.
And it's,
I mean-
that steer ride's been getting big bites on Mille Lacs, and them smallmouth are getting on that
little
bigger
bit-
minnow.
a little bigger.
And I mean, by the time this
Hard.
podcast comes out, they're gonna be eating it like even better.
Yeah.
But-
And it's such a solid plastic. Like I like that so much better than some of them really soft, heavy salt plastics.
Oh, dude,
'Cause,
they just one fish a bait. That thing I can get, 1 to 4. Like you get a 5-pounder, and like if it.
That's
the
worth a
problem
bait.
is,
Worth a bait. I'll
It is.
sacrifice a bait all day for a 5-pounder.
It is.
You can have it.
dude, it depends if they jump or not and how deep it is.
Yep.
If you hook them, like I've had some smallies where you got to look in there for the bait. But
Yeah.
if you hook them like more towards the lip and that bait and they jump, they'll freaking rip any bait off that
Oh, for
minnow.
sure.
Besides a Z2
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
Which,
something stretchy.
As long as if they're eating that, do that. But Mille Lacs, they're getting,
They're getting smart.
if they get thrown
They
at a
caught a
lot,
lot.
they don't just eat a Z2.
Right.
So you'll catch a 3-pound. Like Mille Lacs now, it's all about how to get that bigger bite. And I noticed even with the Sakamata, like I think that thing's been getting they throw a lot of Sakamatas.
Can people find them? Out of stock.
They're released and then
Virtually
they're sold,
everywhere.
and
Dude, it's
the guys
crazy
throw the
how-
shit out of them and stockpile them and all that. And
Yep.
it's like, man, well, they hadn't seen this, and they wouldn't eat my sock, and then they'd eat this. So I think like anything from Japan that's invented after a sock can be better on lakes. They see a lot
Sure.
of them.
How about this
but
little nightcrawler deal?
the OSP MMZ?
That's cool.
There would be.
That's so dumb.
I've never yeah, I've seen light bulbs of glory where it's like, holy shit with that thing. But
saw them walleyes on scope today, and I'm like, "You got any night crawlers in the boat?" And the guy opened up a bag that I legitimately thought were real night crawlers. Well, no, it's a little wiggly worm.
do you think walleye fishing should allow live bait in tournaments?
Dude, it would be so cool, the innovations that would happen if they got rid of live bait.
I feel like that darter head I was showing you would be
Yes. So it's
really good.
walleye fishing right now is bass fishing on easy mode. You throw a half a night crawler on a jig head, and it's just dumb.
They just eat it.
Yep. Or you throw a frickin' Lindy rig or Carolina type rig with a red tail on it, and you just let it sit there, and they're just like, food, cool, huh? And they eat it. I don't know. I think it would be really cool to see where we go if walleye fishing got rid of live bait. I'm not obviously wishing that on any of them. I'm sure guys that are doing really well are going to be opposed to that, but it's going to stay the same.
Fuck 'em.
Right. It'd be cool. Like, they just dragging that.
It'd be way cooler.
Like, how can I make that
can-
real?
Dude, they're hard to make bite. I want to see a good walleye angler figure out how to make them bite without live bait. Like, catch that fish without
Some
live bait.
days, throwing like a jig and wrap or like that finisher or
A glide.
a glide
A glide.
or a minnow. Like,
Yeah.
and they're all about it. But
Galapagos Grace 240 or 280.
that 280, I'll try it. Why not?
I bet it'll
I'm
catch
fishing,
a big one.
I'm fishing a walleye derby next weekend.
Bro, I went out
Maybe
with
I'll throw the glide.
Bro, I've caught more 29 plus inch walleye on a glida than I ever thought I would.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Maybe I'll put my jig and crawler down for a few minutes to try and make you happy. Send you some
If you
sweet
can
pictures.
keep it chopping above them like 10 feet and you can get them to, like, if they start to commit at a bait that big and it's big fish,
They kind of got to eat it.
and they do.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never seen violent, like a smallmouth for it.
Dude, if walleyes wanted to be cool, they could be the coolest fish ever.
They could be so cool.
Like, when they come up to eat a topwater, the very few times I've seen them come and eat top,
I've never caught one on the top.
dude,
I don't think I have.
It's the coolest, like, most violent. Like, they're so just like, I'm killing it. And they, like, come out of the water. Like, it's the coolest strikes. You
So-
think a, like, 10-pound bass just busted your spook or something. Like, it's crazy.
I did catch on green a 10-pounder on a black and blue jig under a dock under a lift, where as soon as it hit the water, I thought I had a muskie.
That's
and it was
cool.
a 10-pound walleye on a half-ounce black blue jig, that little canal by Indian Beach. The first dock on the left, up in that canal. I was just practicing
You're
for a
giving away
tournament.
all the walleye juice.
I don't give a shit.
Any listeners that want to go catch a meal of walleyes, I wouldn't recommend keeping 10-pounders, but, you do you. Mercury.
Yeah, we're all dying from something.
May as well be eating walleyes. That's walleyes could be super cool. Like if they wanted to be, like, some of them days you drive around and those floaters out in the basin, like, you throw a number 9 jig and wrap thing weighs like an ounce, and it just it hits the water 8-10 feet above them, and like they meet it halfway, like it's just vapor trail gone in their throat.
Really?
And it's the coolest thing, like super fun.
That is
It's,
cool.
Like, I don't know why the bass fishermen are sitting here like, oh, live scope's killing it. Go look at some of this walleye stuff and like how that's going on. It's honestly, you stare at the screen all day.
That's all you do.
Yeah. Like,
Can you...
I don't know. I hear of rumors of guys still winning at dragging minnows. I don't know how you could do it.
The only thing to me would be a river current.
Yeah, then like bouncing
Or
a
like-
jig, cold water,
Or like Great
river
Lakes
current.
too windy where you got a troll or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like midsummer lakes. I don't do a lot of walleye tournaments. I just, dabble. I like catching fish. I like making money when there's a tournament on the home lake. And, I see a lot of walleyes when I'm bass fishing.
Gull's crazy.
Gull's a cool lake.
Gull's insane when you see the school of walleyes. It's like, holy shit.
200 walleyes deep. Just,
A football field
and,
of them.
yep, you
Loaded.
pan your scope all the way around.
Like
and it's
20 to 30 inches. And they're probably
Yeah.
all 24 to, or
There's
18
so
to
many
24.
There's
I
so
don't
many
know.
21 to 25 inch fish with a lot of like 26, 27s.
That's
There
probably.
is a ton of them. You can go out and catch 25 inches till you're pretty much sick of it.
That's so cool.
And they're fun. They fight decent. They're kind of like a Walmart bag, but
With a jig and an OSP MMZ from Thorn Brothers. Is what
dude,
you're
I'm
saying.
gonna try that. You got to get me some of them.
I got a bag of them. I'll
I'm
give
gonna-
you some.
I'm gonna
It's
trim
kind
one down.
of done for bass for the most part.
And we're gonna float one of them on a jig head, and
Go win the derb.
we're gonna go win a derb on rubber.
Dude, I think there's a lot of parallels with, like, walleye. Do you think walleye guys would go full JDM if it was bass or artificial only, or do you think it'd be more power heavy techniques
know.
like jig and wrap or
I
like
think-
big glide, which is
So
a
I
little
think
more
if I
American?
were gonna, I can't obviously speak for the walleye front. They're way better at catching them than me. I don't know anything about them, other than they love a jig and crawler. I would probably go like, the hard baits like that, jig and wrap type stuff.
Yeah.
Shaking a minnow, I don't know, but like some of these cool Japanese minnows that really got some sweet action and a little more subtle maybe would be cool. Some of the scented stuff, I don't know. Walleyes really seem to be a lot more scent oriented than bass.
You fuck with scent for bass?
I feel like a bass doesn't really get the scent until he eats it. Like until it's in his mouth. And it seems like a walleye tracks and eats off a scent. Does that make sense?
It does. And like you're testing more live scent on a walleye than a bass, I feel like.
I think so.
And I feel like how scent disperses in the water with artificial scent for what we use for bass stuff and a real crawler that's injured on a
cut in half,
hook,
ripped in half.
Like that actual scent is real alive still, like that fresh dead body.
Blood in the water.
Like they'll eat that dead body like, that thing died an hour ago. I'll fucking still eat that motherfucker,
I mean,
maybe, but that's all I could think of.
I'd eat something that was dead.
I think on a jigworm, scent calls them in, or can call them in if you're dead sticking, like on a dead stick. And then, but other than that,
I don't. For some reason, I just don't. I don't see it.
Cold weather and pressured fisheries is where I think. I'm not saying it's gonna like you're not gonna catch a bass if you're not scenting or shit. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like catch 10 instead of 8, catch 12 instead of 8.
Yeah, interesting.
A few more bass on a Tonka or a Boji or like those types of lakes. I think you might catch a couple more bass. Or when the weather's cold and they're lethargic, and I think they utilize different scent. Scent.
I've always got some scent in the boat,
like
and
pork.
It gets used once in a while.
I also think smallmouth can be a little more.
Can be, but I'm trying to think. This year,
Taku.
I don't think.
Ask Taku Ito.
Did you need
scent catches more smallmouth? He's like, smallmouth love Taku.
Yeah,
smallmouth love my scent.
Like, some of that bite powder.
And he's like,
got any of the bite powder, guys?
My bait look like shit. It have no action. They eat pow pow.
Fair enough. I mean, guys, obviously dialed.
I catch Scarface. I catch Scarface. Nose white.
Did you think he needed some scent on Vermilion?
Absolutely not. I don't think you needed.
I think my Ned rig was backwards and sideways and upside down by the time that day was over. My hook was straightened out, and it didn't matter. Just keep catching. Just catch him as fast as you can. Just keep dropping it off the rod tip. Doesn't matter.
I tried to make my hook sharp, and I would change that if my tip would roll or something.
I had a few pre-rigs, and they went quick.
Nipper was taking torn in half tubes from Sturgeon Bay and just nose hooking them on a wacky jig, and
sure, why not?
Work just as good as everything.
Yeah, it moves. It's there. It's present.
Caught him on a fucking
probably didn't even
condom.
need the tube, just the jig head.
Dude,
that was crazy. It was wild. I'm really. That'd be a fun thing to go do a 5-fish during, but boy, that'd be grueling. I fished.
There's big pre-spawners around them.
Yeah,
fish that were eating a glide so good, that Matatachi gimmicking, and I just
that was a sweet bait. I seen you throwing, showing me, I guess.
Yeah, and I feel like I could have maybe mixed in that Grace 240 too, and maybe got some really big ones. But
I know I caught some this spring on a big glider that I was surprised.
Dude, the Sunday before the tournament on Vermilion, I just put the trolling motor on 10. And I just ripped that Matatachi, and I figured out the cadence where I could fish it really fast and then stop it when I needed to. I caught 50 fucking smallies on that the Sunday before the tournament. And I'm like, and I would have had over 20 pounds.
They're all them fat pre-spawners.
But I saw 200.
Yeah.
Like, and the little ones that would try to eat it, the little ones that would just try to eat it, that couldn't, was insane.
They're slapping at it.
Everything would try to fucking.
Yep. Added effect for the viewers. Need like a sound guy or something.
Right?
Be pretty cool.
Kind of like with a little ching ching.
Change, change.
You throw topwater much? Or is that just a whim feeling like it is for me?
Yeah. That's a tough one. Yes and no. Rivers, yes.
Oh, of course.
Like-
It's like
Lakes, opportunistically, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like we're getting so dialed into, scope. And not that you can't scope a topwater, but can throw different things at them that they get better. And I'm not throwing treble hooks. I hate
That
treble
is
hooks.
the downside.
Dude, treble hooks are like the one thing in bass fishing I hate. Like there's
Really?
I love nearly everything bass fishing. Treble hooks are not one of them.
really.
My
So-
hands get hooked and oh my gosh, especially Champs Tour. Like literally I had a jerkbait on the deck ready to go for Champs Tour on Vermilion and I put it away. The second they said you can't pin them against the side of the boat and you can't bear hug them, I'm like, nope, I will have
Dude, that
every
is-
treble hook in my hand.
That's what sucks about that.
Can't do it. I will either have to take a penalty on every fish and just stand on them and try and dig the hooks out of them, or
That is weird how the rules will affect
dictated
which
exactly.
dates,
And
which baits
I
and
literally put it
Yeah.
away. I didn't want nothing to do with it. Wasn't going to do it. I hate treble hooks. I don't like them at all. So that keeps me away from a lot of topwaters. So
Do you feel like you have a weakness in your game? Or something you'd like to get better at? In particular?
I'm going to learn some more of this Japanese stuff. But as of right now, like, if I feel I have a weakness, I work on it right away.
Uh-huh.
And so I can't really think of nothing. But, that could change tomorrow. I might go out and be like, why can't I get you to bite? And I'm going to, do everything in my power to figure it out.
Right. What? So how do you approach that when you're learning a new technique? Will you go to a lake and just
No.
do that?
No,
or will you just mix it in a little bit?
Nothing can be forced. Bass
Okay.
fishing's so situational, so
So you look for that situation,
I
maybe?
try and always be prepared for nearly everything. And yeah, even if it's in a tournament, let's figure it out on game day. Sometimes when you figure something out the first time, that's the most magical time that it ever plays.
How do you get it to happen? How long do you give it before you bail on that? How long will you try
Whatever your
to
gut tells you.
I'm with you.
Whatever your gut tells you. I'm not a time setting kind of guy. I
Don't look at it.
Go.
You just feel and go. But
just
you move.
fly by the seat of my pants.
You don't chill.
No, very rarely. Sometimes you gotta, which those are tough. Those are a mental game for me. I like to go and go fast, and then maybe try and go a little too fast, and then maybe try and slow down a little bit. But no, just go as fast as you can. Look at as many as you can. Cast as many as you can. If I can put my bait in front of 100 different fish, 5 of them better bite.
There's something definitely to that. And I feel like Champs Tour, when they're biting, that's how you have to be.
For sure.
And when they're
Yeah.
not biting, who knows? The answer is yes, both ways. Or it can be. I
It
think
can
it's,
be both?
It's yes, both ways more when they're not biting than if they are biting. If they're biting,
agree.
I feel like you cannot compete with your philosophy there.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean,
And usually they're biting somewhere. And
that school might not be going
they
for
might
me.
not be big ones
might
biting,
be going
but
for you,
there's
though.
bass biting, which
Yes.
matters in Champs Tour.
Right,
There's always bass biting somewhere. They might not be the 5-fish tournament winning bass, right?
Right.
But-
2-pounders are
and
awesome.
that's what I need to remember.
Yep, for sure. I mean, it sounds so easy. They only got to be a pound. They only have to be a pound.
It looks
Just
easy.
1 pound.
It's fucking
Remember
hard.
all them 5-fish tournaments you go out and you catch 100 1-pound bass?
all the time.
Yeah. Good luck. Now everyone's trying to catch those 1-pounders, and it's suddenly just got really hard.
It's harder.
It's crazy.
It's hard.
It's such a crazy format. I honestly love it. I think it's super
It's addicting.
cool. It's
It's
super
fun.
addicting.
It's cool.
It's
And it's
then-
a spectator sport for a
It
change.
is.
Like,
It is.
People can watch. The amount of people that tune in. You can watch. It's the first time you could really actually check the score in fishing besides Vermilion.
yeah, or Boji.
Or Boji. Mm-hmm. So
But-
if the app's working.
Yes, if the app's working and everyone's doing their part and it's flawless, it's such a cool spectator sport.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Sure. I
but-
loved watching the qualifier. Coronas.
dude, right? I was trying to fish like a
I know
multi-species
people
deal.
like, yeah, Hayden.
I
yeah,
was
Brandon, yeah,
trying to catch
Harrison.
pike of all things. So I had some downtime and I can afford to not cast for a pike, you know, and pull out my
You were
phone.
fishing for pike?
Yeah, it's like a
intentionally?
multi-species thing. You got to catch 3 pike.
So
which-
you'll join that shit.
that's-
Walleye
yeah,
tournaments,
why not?
multi-species.
Yeah, why not?
What's your favorite way to catch pike? What do you do for a pike?
Dude,
derby?
so I'm still
What do
trying
you
to
do for
figure that out on the river.
Oh,
Like,
fuck.
I don't know. Like, I catch so many nice ones when I'm bass fishing, and they stump me. I can't put together a big bag of pike. It's crazy. The Suick.
I was wondering if
Oh,
you knew what that
dude.
was. Nellie and I
I
were talking
know.
about that the other day, and
But the thing is, there's so much grass and dirty water. Like, it would
I'm
just
joking.
go.
That
it would
thing
go
is so
like
dumb,
lily pad.
bro. That
done.
thing is dumb.
Dude, I've caught muskies on these.
Me too.
Like,
I've
this
seen
one
it
doesn't have
be
any
the-
tooth marks.
I've
on
seen it. No, that ain't. That's a collector. I don't even. I think JP gave me that, but like,
I've caught bass on these.
I believe it, dude. That thing is the dumbest looking lure I've ever seen in the
Yeah,
water,
it
but
just
I've
goes,
seen it be the best lure.
Bleh.
I've seen it be the best lure for muskies. Like
Oh,
they
for
were
sure.
on a tough
It's just
day.
a chunk of 2x4.
Yeah,
Good
dude.
enough.
Oh, they're eating a freaking tubie,
Yeah.
2x4. But you think about it, it's kind of like, but it's more. It's just no.
Look, then you got a wobble head on, or
I
a
already caught
scrounger
one.
head on it.
Got one.
Got him.
Little guy.
Couldn't resist.
Little guy. Dang. This thing catches everything.
Mm-hmm.
Eating caught a
Happens.
log earlier.
Yeah.
But it's like no side to side. It's like,
Yeah. Yep. Just kind of a cool cold water thing. Like, we should maybe be thinking about that for jerk baits.
I think there's jerk baits that'll kind of more dead. Japan, they're freaking into that.
Yeah, well,
like
yeah,
dead
they're-
action jerk baits.
Wow,
Like
they almost like they've got
intentionally-
everything. Oh, there's an app for that.
They do. And yeah, there's something to be said about that, dude. Dead action. Well, we do it all the time with every other lure.
Mm-hmm.
How many people do that with hard baits? Spy bait is a dead action.
That's a cool
hard
bait.
bait.
That's a cool one.
I don't throw it as much as I used to. Hookup ratio can be so
It has
which
treble
is
hooks.
weird.
No, yeah, they're kind of fun. I mean, I've seen it where that's the only thing. Like,
Oh, I bet
that's
on-
the jam. That's
I bet on fish white that thing is.
yeah.
Could be
I don't know if
good.
I've ever caught one on it out there.
I've never really thrown it out there.
I don't know that I have either.
But that would be
honestly.
where I'd guess you'd maybe thrown it. But
I-
there's a lot of places that are obvious that you throw it Leech or Willman or something. Yeah,
for sure.
but
Yeah, it's a cool bait. It's interesting.
it takes a special person to throw it.
Kind of does, special rod,
Mm-hmm.
special
Ultra
mentality.
focused retrieve. Like,
Yeah, like
I've never had to watch my reel handle. That's how I learned to fish a spy bait. Is
Really?
the only way I could get it to get him to eat it on Mille Lacs was post spawn calm.
Mm-hmm.
And like the only way I could get bit on it, like I knew I was throwing at bass. Like went up, saw mother load of them.
Yeah.
Calm, inactive. I'm like, man, I got this spy bait thing.
Yeah.
It's back way off of them, and I freaking bombed it and reeled it. Nothing. And I'm like, man. And then I like started watching my hand.
mm-hmm. That's painful.
Every time if
That's
I watched,
painful.
it's so painful. It was like, man, this is the only way I feel like I could get a bite here right now. But this is so.
yeah, I
I
mean,
don't want to do this. Like, it's not natural. You have
Right.
like it's unnatural for me.
I like
to do
bass
that.
fishing when it's natural and like
Hair
you don't
jig
have to
is that
force
way
it.
too, though. But it like hair
See, and
jig
I
can
kind of
be
like
that
fishing
way.
hair. I kind of enjoy it.
It's more fun than a spy bait
Oh,
because
yeah.
of the you have. I feel like you don't have to keep it as level.
Yeah, you
Like
can
a-
float it around.
The spy bait you
let it
have to like
dance.
keep it like to get it to roll right.
Don't move it. Don't you reel too fast.
Yeah.
Don't get too excited. Don't cough.
100%. You have to be very sneaky, sir.
Yeah, they're gonna figure out that this minnow thing with 2 props on it's fake if you move it slightly too much.
Weird. But I know guys will bang it in stuff and catch them.
Interesting.
Austin Felix, top 10 tournament on Champlain, banging it into buoy cables.
I was gonna
It's
say.
the only way you could get bit, throwing a
Interesting.
specific casting angle with current. It
I was gonna
actually
say.
a really
I feel
cool
like anything I
story.
bang it into might like get hung. It's got 2 treble hooks just begging to stick in some grass or some wood or some rock.
That's where I think it's maybe
But-
because it was
Yeah.
he knew it was a vertical
Clean buoy cable or clean buoy,
versus a
like you can
boulder.
rip it off. Yeah.
versus a boulder. You know what's going to happen.
Yep. Zebra
You
muscles
bang
are
that
gonna be like,
boulder or-
give me that.
Yep.
I want that.
Oh, every time. So
Those
you
little
know.
buggers.
that's the only, I guess, spy bait banging story I have.
Interesting.
But it's not my
So you don't
story.
want to talk about more
Felix's
banging?
story. I don't have a ton of banging stories.
Fair
I
enough.
guess a couple, but
Fair.
I mean, if you actually want to know, but we might have to cut again.
Might have to cut.
It's not really something like
know.
that's kind of personal information.
That is personal.
It's like, yeah, no, that's extremely intimate, private.
All right, spy baits. Yeah, they suck, but they're kind of cool.
They are cool. They've never been a primary deal for me though.
Right.
It's a
I keep a few
secondary.
in my jerk bait box. Just to, like, yeah, you got to be ready.
It's been about since Nom since I've thrown one though.
Mm-hmm. I've
You throwing this year?
a
Any-
little bit. Caught a few. Nothing like, wow, that's game changing.
Right.
A couple years ago, early in the year, we had a really good opener throwing one.
Huh.
That was the deal. That was the way to get bit. I could get a few on a jerk bait, but you get bigger ones and more of them.
Really?
Throwing a spy, and it's like
You throw it low or do you throw it high or do you? And what's
that
your
was like a
favorite size?
mid range.
Uh-huh,
And I don't know, whatever that 80 G fix is what we were throwing.
Okay, so the one that runs
Little
a
heavy.
heavier. Yep.
Yeah,
The G fix. I catch them on that.
yeah, that's cool bait.
Catch them in the wind on that thing.
Yeah, that thing rips through the wind. It casts so good. It can be blowing mock Jesus and just rip off a 200-foot cast with a hair jig rod or something.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, like, oh, that's cool. And then watch it just
For sure.
got him. Oh, lost him.
What size hair jig do you like?
16.
Me too. I'm definitely on that
Yeah.
16th train.
The 8th has got its place. I mean,
Oh yeah.
time and place.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, probably start if I'm just gonna tie up hair to go hair fishing. We're gonna throw a 16th start.
Ideally, as long as you can throw it still and keep it, it's a speed thing. I feel like it's all about a speed and depth range thing, and like, yeah,
I think
it's
most
a
bass
feel thing.
fishing
Like,
is.
it is, right? Oh yeah. Yep.
That's why I love it. It's such a fun sport. You can do so many different things. I mean, and there's no wrong answer. You know, it's just whoever can come in at the end of the day, catch them the best today, tomorrow, the next day. Like it's so cool. You have a bad tournament, well, heck, you got tomorrow. All of a sudden, your deal might be the deal.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Dude, it's so fun. I'm addicted.
Oh.
Do you think there's anything that a lot of people overlook that you pay attention to that you think makes a difference?
I don't know about that. That's
Or what do you think gives you
probably,
an
but I
edge?
have no idea what's going on in your head on Derby Day compared to my head. Like,
What do you think your edge is, though? Like, what do you think makes you angler of the year, and what gives you an edge on the water, and what advantage do you feel that you have, over your competitors? Because obviously you have to believe in yourself, you have to have confidence, you have to believe in
100%.
your abilities, and if you're gonna just say that, I already knew that, but
confidence is huge, obviously,
everything. Like
that's tough.
it's to me
Kinda
that is tough.
That's a really tough question because, like,
I wouldn't have. It's a tough one.
mental state, I guess. I'm going to go with that. I think that's more important than anything. Like,
don't
just
disagree.
your state of mind the whole time. I freaking love it. I'm so jacked. I'm so happy. I'm on the water. I'm bass fishing. Ah, crap. Just lost a big one. Whatever. Catch another one.
When all that's on the line, though, and it's not going your way, what do you have to tell yourself that it's all okay?
No, you're going to watch me here whenever that Champs Tour video comes out. You guys will probably have watched it by the time. At the end, knowing I'm not going to catch Tommy Parker, catching smallmouth and just having fun. Like,
Oh, yeah.
good
Yeah.
for him, dude. Like, he earned it. He's got it. And
I
like,
get that.
like, this is fun. Like, we're just going to go catch some more for fun because I should go try and catch more largemouth because I can probably win with them largemouth, but they kind of quit. So smallmouth are more fun. Like, just go catch some smallmouth. Why not?
But you care.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So how do you get yourself to fish carefree when you care? You know what I mean? That can be hard for people.
So I care, but you can care too much and force it and stress out and not enjoy it. And I fish so much better just loving it,
I
like
enjoy
loving
it
the
either way.
game.
Yeah,
like it, and if I need to win, I don't need to win. You know, boat would be cool. Love it. Love to have it. If it's not in the cards, it's not in the cards. You know. I'm gonna go to work tomorrow just the same way I would have went to work tomorrow if I had the boat and my bills are paid and all is well. Yeah, I love catching bass, and if I didn't, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing this. We wouldn't be talking about bass fishing like people are listening to us ramble on about cats and selling cats, which is weird, and bass fishing and fuzzy dice and
It's a lifestyle.
nutsack looking
Cock and balls, yeah.
looking vibraty thing, and like how cool. Like it's such a cool industry, such a cool sport. Like
it's creative.
I feel
it's,
so new to
endless.
it, and I feel like it's just we're always chasing the end of the rainbow, looking for that pot of gold. Like, and then you find it one day, it's like that's it, and then tomorrow it sucks, and then all right, on to the next thing.
Dude,
Let's
it's-
keep looking.
It's that game that's ever changing, and as
It
soon
is.
as you figure it out, it's gonna change, and you got to refigure it out. And it's
I just never feel like I'm dialed enough. You
I'm
know,
with you.
like yeah, just won the tournament. I want to go back out and see if I can find out how to catch them better.
Oh yeah,
Because everyone that just got beat by me is sitting here like, how can I catch him? Well, I want to keep him a step behind me.
I'm
You know, guys that are sitting there watching, you know, trying to pot like your spots when they drive by and oh, he's there. I'm gonna drive past him and lay a dot. You can have it. That was old news. That was today. I want to know what tomorrow is.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like
You got people hawking you.
oh yeah, yeah. There's guys that are a little dirty. You know who you are.
I got you. What's your go-to? How do you handle hawks? Just wave at them, or do you throw at them? Do you just give
Well,
them
if
a
they're-
warning? Do you give them a warning?
If they're
shot?
in range, I mean, range of my jig rod, that is. You know,
Pull out the pocket knife, put it on a snap, fire out a warning
nah,
shot.
dude, a
into the
3/4,
seat.
3/4 will
A 3/4
lay
will-
waste.
I watched you throw a frog today like a mile.
That cast had to be made.
That was a bomb.
That cast needed to be made. And a disappointing ending.
That was a Michael Vick fucking dogfighting bomb. So yeah, like that. You could send
That's
some warning
interesting.
shots. Maybe you just need to keep that frog on the deck just for that.
You ever see what a 3/4 or a 3-ounce pyramid sinker does?
No,
Okay.
never thrown one.
Yeah. Stay 500 yards away because I get to probably hit you.
Do you keep one of those loaded up, or are you gonna like? Is that what you're
Not
gonna
disclosing that information.
do? I got you.
In case this is ever found in a court case or something.
I got you.
You know, because that one could get dirty.
Yeah. Well, you're willing to use it, I guess,
Yeah.
as long as people know.
I grew up fishing a pier down in Florida a little bit in the winter. And boy, those surfers have a line where they're not supposed to cross.
Okay.
And those guys like to cross that line because I guess the waves are bigger by this pier that these guys are trying to fish. Well, a 3-ounce pyramid sinker is kind of the deal. Well,
So you can bomb it.
oh, dude, you're like way elevated. And I seen some surfers get freaking knocked off boards and stuff like.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't partake.
Like shooting play pigeons with fucking rods.
Dude, I did make a cast one time, killed a pelican stone right out of the air with one. Like,
my
Like,
God.
not even trying, just ripped one off. And that thing just led him perfect, I guess. Wasn't even looking and just.
Dude, well, like them surf rods, like that's
Yeah, 12
how
footers.
far are they casting with those?
You ever watch those distance casting competition
Like, I
guys?
have, yeah.
Dude,
and
they
it's
like sit
fucking
there and they're
insane.
like, and it's just gone.
yeah, like the biggest, loudest DC you've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm just thinking of
I have
that
to
that
use
meme with
1,000-yard
the
spool.
the meme with the crackhead that's you know what I'm talking about? Like that's all I envision when that goes off. Is that guy.
100%.
Toothless Wonder just you know. Like how cool would that be? We should do one of those. That should be like our dude, that should be our
Hustle all
boat
of
draw
us.
for frickin' Champs
Casting
Tour.
driving range.
Everyone who
You just hustle
furthest gets
casting
first.
Driving ranges, Happy Gilmore, that
Dude,
shit.
that'd be kind of cool. I kind of want to try and get into that.
Nice distance.
Dude, but you need some range, like Top Golf type stuff.
You would. It would change equipment, I think, a little bit.
Just think when like your line breaks and that jig just takes off into orbit, like you get a professional override, aka backlash.
If they only made lures for distance that didn't need action, like there'd be some crazy.
What do you call
rods,
this?
All this.
A little
Yeah.
extra weight in that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like a frog launches.
It
you know,
does.
like I don't know, certain frogs, anyways.
Certain baits launch.
Certain baits are made to just go. And
These launch.
yeah, that's a good one. That tail heavy thing.
Yeah.
That's a cool bait.
Yeah, that shower blow type shit. Those things launch.
That's fun until you have to unhook the fish or fight the fish or be around treble hooks in general.
on that.
Have
lake.
them in your rod locker. All of the above.
Bro, if you get on a big smallmouth lake, like there's like a window in September where they just like you can go out and catch 25 pounds on a topwater and they're sharking it. Like
Yeah, it is so cool
and
when they
it's so
back
fun.
out of the water and they like land on top of it. Like,
But I don't like throwing it all day for like a couple bites. Like
Right.
that's not fun to me. There's guys who are really fucking good at that.
yeah,
And I respect those people a lot. I don't grind with that. Well,
it's a cool bait.
it is.
It's a fun way to fish. I love catching them on everything, but I guess yeah, things with treble hooks I try to kind of avoid because I hate it.
What's your favorite bait to use for bear?
Trail mix.
Really?
Yeah, bears like seem to love that stuff. I'm kind of a novice, but it was pretty cool. We had a deal with a place for some pizza too. That was kind of cool.
They like pizza.
Watch them on your trail camera, grab a piece of pizza off the bait pile. Like,
Oh yeah, screenshot that shit.
yeah, kind of cool. Like just
Get some memes
yeah.
going. Make some memes out of that.
The
Hey,
official
kids,
pizza
make
sponsor
some-
of Evan's Bear Bait Pile.
Honestly, we should tell Dane about that. He could get a pizza sponsor, and yeah,
I
make
can see
the
that, dude. Can
mascot.
you imagine like a for lunch? Why wouldn't we have a pizza sponsor?
Bro, that's actually
Like a
really
delivery, like there's
smart.
Domino's and stuff all over. Not to they if they're not the plug, like I don't want to say that, so maybe have to cut that. But like they're all over the place. Little Caesars, maybe they could be like a sleeper kind of.
Bro, I would say like when
I don't
you
know.
hit 100 pounds, like maybe the rule is you get a pizza delivered to your boat.
Now we're talking.
Like, that'd be
Century Belt is a freaking
Like,
pizza.
and that's part of it. And that this Century Belt is brought to you by Papa John's. Better lures,
cool would
better
that be?
fishermen, Papa
How
John's.
cool would that be? How about like Papa Murphy's?
Whatever.
You gotta take and bake that crap.
Oh yeah, now we're bringing pizza ovens in the boat. We're getting her done for Papa
Well,
Murph's.
now you gotta have a Dakota lithium power pack or whatever.
Yeah.
At the time.
My live welt's got a cooling, chilling device in it. It only makes 20 million decibels of extra noise during the day.
Yeah, and maybe it triggers a bass. It's like a hydro wave,
You ever
but
fuck with that?
not for a poor folk.
No.
No, I've never used a hydro wave. I've never had one. I've never.
If I
Fished in a
wanted to
boat with
catch a
one?
loon, I would just turn on my hydro wave.
All you got to do is hop in my boat. If you
Hydro
wanna
wave
catch
in
a-
this thing, and I'm gonna get me a fucking loon.
If you want to ever catch a loon, you hop
Any
in my boat
hydro wave
anytime,
sound
anywhere.
turned all the way up. I've seen loons swim a quarter mile away, beeline to my boat, circle it, the hydro
Interesting.
wave on,
Interesting.
and then
Maybe I need to try this when I'm duck hunting. Maybe I need like would that be legal? You can't use an electronic
wave?
call. So would that be a call?
be electronic.
It's underwater. But
Oh,
it's-
yeah, yeah.
Like I bet that would be illegal. I don't think I could duck hunt with a hydro
You
wave in
could
my
say
boat.
you're calling in fish.
I'm fishing / duck
Bring
hunting.
a rod. You could do both. Can you do both at the same time legally?
I don't know. I have.
Why can't you?
Why won't
Catching.
you got to be
Could we
in
have,
emergent vegetation. But what is emergent vegetation?
like? Could we have brought shotties with us today and pulled down in the reeds?
Oh, yeah.
And plucked off some
100%.
ducks?
I've done it in my bass boat.
That's so sick,
dude. I
want to do that now.
I've sat in my bass boat, sitting on my butt seat, just plugging away at ducks.
Oh, I want to do that now.
Come on up.
Oh, dude,
We'll lay some holes.
I've
in the old
never
skeeter.
shot at a duck.
Wow, you miss a lot.
I probably will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm decent at clays, but it could have been
Way
beginner's
different.
luck.
It's way different.
Okay.
Totally different. Clays are kind of a cakewalk. There's a whole different deal to hitting them and
What's
hitting
the-
flying ducks. I don't get it.
They seem bigger.
They do, but
maybe
It's
further
different.
away.
Yeah, everything's
You have
different.
to get them to a certain closeness.
Yeah. I mean,
Is that a big deal?
Your max effective range, is guys are gonna tell you, shoot the 3.5s and BB, triple BB. No, just like whatever. Inside of 40, you either miss or they die. Like that's that. But you get them to 50, it's your pattern is getting pretty open. There's holes you can hit them and not kill them. Gets a little borderline unethical, and then 60s. There's guys claiming their rig can do it, and obviously you got to pattern your gun. It's just like deer hunting, but it's certain guys can do it, but there gets to be a lot of variables. It's like trying to cast a smallmouth at 100 yards or 100 feet on scope. Like, yeah, you could hit it 50-50 maybe.
You ever knock the corkscrew off one?
No, I'm not that good. I don't know.
That's what's interesting about ducks.
I guess I've never really handled a duck corkscrew.
Does a duck with a boner drag weeds?
I don't know.
Yes, because I heard they have a corkscrew dick.
I've heard this.
I heard they have to like.
I've never really. I feel like it only
drill
comes
their
out
way in.
Are you like trying to pleasure ducks or what?
No, I'm just saying, like from a biological standpoint, I've never killed ducks, but I've heard they have a corkscrew dick. So I'm just wondering from the people who've killed them.
I feel like ducks
like,
don't
does
die
their
with a
dick
heart
hang
on.
out? I don't know how the fuck shit works. I'm just saying I've heard it's corkscrew.
You can't say I've ever handled it.
Well, I would think like the corkscrew goes somewhere. So
Gotta.
like,
I don't.
when you
I don't
clean
know
the field dress thing, you'd think you'd find a corkscrew cleaning a duck.
I've never found it.
And
Maybe I
I've
do
never
a bad
cleaned
job.
a duck, so I was mostly wondering like,
Well, we should have shot one today.
what happens? Like, where does a corkscrew go? And they got wanks, or do they got like?
This sounds like a Wikipedia search. You're gonna.
It
hit
could
up,
be.
hit up here. In a
Honestly,
little
I'll
bit.
forget that I care.
Yeah.
To be honest,
You're gonna just go back to
in
reading
5 minutes,
backwards
I'm not,
Japanese
in
magazines.
5 minutes, I'm not. But it was a quick thought because we were talking about ducks, and like
Interesting.
I used to work with a guy named Aaron Torberg, and like
Those errands
anytime
are sketchy guys usually.
for sure, fucking don't trust them. Fuckers.
Not a bit.
No.
They'll sell you Japanese baits.
But if you say anything like that's obvious, he's like, well, was a duck with a boner drag weeds? And that's when I learned like ducks have a corkscrew dick
Interesting.
when they bang, like, and like,
So
I
you're
don't know.
you're
I've never
sitting here
seen
like,
it, but I believe Aaron.
hey
Torberg.
Siri, does a duck with a boner drag weeds?
Let's actually, that is
I
something we should do.
I think
on the,
that
on the record.
okay. On the record, here we go. Welcome to the galaxy.
I have to change some settings, so I'm just gonna type it. Actually, no, I can do it here. Does a duck with a boner drag weeds?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
The question, does a duck with a boner drag weeds, is a line from the TV show Letterkenny and is not a factual question about duck anatomy or behavior. While it references a physical phenomenon, a duck's corkscrew-shaped penis, or boner, and the act of dragging, it is used for comedic effect within the context of the show's unique and often nonsensical humor, not as literal statement of fact. Explanation, this is AI, so like...
AI's kind of failing us here.
Like,
this is
obviously corkscrew dick's gonna drag some weeds. Like,
Yeah,
swim
if-
through the water,
it
you
depends.
fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Come on, chat GP double NLP.
right. They need to chill out. Quit being so serious.
Explanation of the phrase duck boner. In reality, male ducks do have a corkscrew-shaped penis, which is often referred to coquivocally as a boner. Drag weeds, the act of a duck dragging weeds would be literal. The combination, the phase blah, 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 blah. Interesting.
Fair enough. Well, now you know.
I think we
folks.
know the answer.
Folks at home, now you know.
Siri said it's not confirmed, but like,
AI is a little bit untrustworthy. I don't trust him.
I don't think AI has ever seen a duck with a boner dragging weeds, but it can hear us talking about it and might come back.
Yeah,
to
it's
get
like
us.
learning right now. It's learning.
It's learning that, hey, that freaking Evan and Aaron guy.
Yeah. It knows what lake we fished today.
Yeah, and where. All
And
our
where
dots.
that 5-pound picture was taken.
When do you think
Like,
they're going to release all the shit they know about that?
dude, they got a lot of dirt on us. And like where we've
When
been
are they gonna-
and how we've been there.
Yeah. Do you ever think about that?
I don't really care.
I don't
Whatever.
totally either, but
They
it is
can have
weird to
it.
think about.
Like, if they want to sell all my waypoints, fine. I'm on to the next, I guess. Things are changing. If everyone's got it, well, I don't want to fish it anymore.
Well, like when you give it to them, they all have it. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to give. You don't give it to them; they don't all have it. Only the people who find it have it.
Everyone that wanted it anyways has already hunted you down on Derby
found
Day,
it or hawked it.
They've come and hawked it. Don't do that. I don't recommend that. Go find your own stuff.
Well, let's talk about
do your part.
Let's talk about etiquette there, because apparently there's a lot of people who don't know what proper etiquette is, Evan.
Right. I mean, I'm not putting in sun up to sundown days to, for you to find something. Like,
some people find what you find.
Oh, yeah,
like
for sure.
That's going to happen.
I'm cool with that. Come talk to me. Like
people find everything.
Oh, yeah.
But
come talk to me. We'll make it happen. I mean,
you're talking if they want to fish it with you, not
right.
Right.
Just be decent. If it's a 5-fish, just come back later. Someone's on something. It'll reload.
Even if they hawked it from you? Or, my point is, don't.
People are inevitably.
Watch your own bobber.
100%. Yep.
Look in the
mirror.
Catch your bass.
Catch your bass. Do
catch
your
thing.
Bass.
You don't want to catch Aaron's bass, so stop trying.
Right. They're not that fun.
They're not winning fish.
Yeah.
Evan, on the other hand,
leave my bass alone.
Hawk this motherfucker.
No, you go ahead and leave me alone. I don't like company half the time. But no,
nobody likes bunch company.
No, that gets a little crowded. But
how do you handle that? How close are you willing to fish somebody in Champs Tour?
Depends. I mean, I got nothing against just fishing behind somebody.
Yeah, I'm
whatever.
with you. I'll fish behind people.
It's fine.
I cut them off.
It's. Oh yeah, I'm not the guy that's gonna cut you off by a dock. And if somehow I do, call me out. Like, that's one thing is I don't feel like people call each other out. Like, call your own penalties.
Yeah, if we're gonna, that's what sucks. We were talking about that today too. If we're gonna have freaking penalties, then you have to tell me they're being called evenly, and that's not the case. And
right. And I'm not gonna throw any shade on that.
But the marshals don't call them either, and I forgot to call them on me. And I try if I remember, but there was one penalty, Evan. Like, I'm an honest dude. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize it till that night.
Dang.
So what do?
Sit down on your couch for 2 minutes.
I did. But I felt bad. But I think that happens.
Right. What happens at the end of a day? This is actually a question I've been meaning to ask, but it never comes up at the right time. Hopefully, like a Paul Newman or someone could chime in for this. What happens if it's like, so our tournament ends at 4. Well, don't they end at 3:30? Something like that. I don't know. I'm terrible with the times. So 3:29, last cast of the day, hook up, got to have it over the gunnel at 3:30. So I swing it, 4-pound smallie, taking the penalty, bottom of the boat. Like,
I do that.
Do I have to sit down for 2 minutes? Or does that just kind of, is that just gone? Doesn't matter. That penalty's nothing.
It's a good question.
Like it just kind of gets canceled. Like, you know what I mean?
I caught one in the last 10 seconds at Bogey.
Oh, sweet. That's cool.
Like,
did you take the penalty? Or did you?
I lipped it.
Nice.
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
like.
Yeah. Over the gunnel.
Well, I was like, no, I was in my driver's seat watching my GPS, and it has like
dirty.
to the second.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit. Looked away. 58. I fucking went nuts.
I
knew I didn't win.
And that was when you could bear hug. I would have bear hugged it and been like, my friend.
I think I don't remember. I blacked out once I found out I caught it. So I might have got
100%.
Like I blacked out. So I don't know if I even got a penalty at that point. I was just mind blown. I got a buzzer beater that was like almost 4 pounds.
That's cool. That's a cool fish to have.
But to your point, I don't know the rule.
I don't either. See, and that's
kind of weird.
Yeah. I've never had it, so I've never.
Newman, we should have a segment of the podcast. Ask Newman.
Yeah. Call in.
I wonder if he'd answer. Hey, how's it going?
What do you want?
I actually don't think that's a penalty, but we might make you go out 2 minutes late at the next tournament.
I like that.
I'd be fine.
Sure.
Still taking the penalty.
Yeah. I'd gladly take a penalty.
Do you think boat drop matters? In certain cases?
I mean, obviously, in certain cases, small spots trying to get a spillway. Oh my gosh, everyone wants a spillway.
At the river?
No, at this over at Green.
Oh yeah.
It's stupid. They can have it.
I mean, dude, I thought I was getting one there. If you'd have seen a quick, you can catch them quicker anywhere else.
Yeah, I seen it. I looked at it every day. I didn't see it.
You had to cast exactly right here and here and here, but
Well, nobody found that
I didn't
cast.
think the pressure. I mean, it just didn't.
It didn't go.
happen.
I didn't see it gonna go, and I said, "You guys can have it," and it never went.
It was just consistent
Glad
enough
of that.
where I'm like, I just knew that it could go, but it didn't,
Right.
and it had to be pressured.
Oh yeah,
But current cancels pressure for some reason. It can.
it can.
It's where they go to eat, but if they get hit on the head enough,
They
I
were
think a lot of guys caught
they were
a lot
getting
of
hit
them.
on the head there. A lot.
I tried not to, but
Oh,
I
I
caught
did.
big ones.
Once I realized it wasn't going, I'm just gonna catch all of them.
Worked out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it
I heard
was.
there's 12 boats fishing that
Jeez,
at the beginning of second half.
that's so funny.
I asked, I'm like, how many boats tried to start there? And he's like, 12. And I was like, how many stayed and fished? He's like, 12. That's
Yep.
like,
Like that one doc.
have you ever seen the movie Finding Nemo?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, there's like those crabs that sit on the pipe and wait for bubbles to come up. And they're
Okay.
like, oh no. And it's like, there's just people lying down the current seam, like, wait, oh yeah. And that's
Just think if you weren't a bass fisherman and you just watch this go down, you have no idea. Like, let's say you come from a foreign country where like bass tournaments don't exist, bass
it
fishermen
looks like
don't exist.
Thailand catfishing on a river.
Look at these idiots. Look at them. Just look at them.
Dude,
well, then
it's
you
like
see us on
Thailand
like
shore bang in a river.
the rainy river and stuff in the spring. It's like you can dang your walk boat to boat.
Totally.
And everyone's
Crowd-
catching
you can crowd
fish.
surf on rainy river.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Well, you can iceberg surf, in fact.
Fuck yeah, you can.
You know.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah, you can die.
You can. But
But-
you can die driving to work.
Yeah, you can die driving a boat
we
across
cheat
the lake.
death every day, Evan. We cheat death every day.
I'm about
Lucky.
to cheat death, dodge some deer, and get home.
Yeah, dude. It's probably about that time.
I gotta go to work in the morning. I don't get to go bass fishing like, you.
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
it was an offer I couldn't refuse.
Oh, I would have took it too. I might.
I need to work, but I couldn't refuse that
No.
offer. So
That's an offer worth taking up on.
you don't pass up on it. So gotta
You know?
do it. And yeah, I don't pass up on this either. And I'm glad I had the opportunity to talk to you. And I feel like people have seen you, but I guess it's cool kind of getting you really people getting a feel for who you are, and like you're like a true passionate, like you live, breathe it,
Dude,
just
I
like
love it.
all of us, dude. And I
I'm
think
sick for it.
well, bass fisherman, it's a special kind of person.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What other hobby or passion do people have that like is like that from a time standpoint, like time dedicated to it, and like just an obsession with figuring out something new? Like what even compares? And I can't think of anything.
I can't either. Like
I can't. Like, like
all
we're a unique
other sports
species.
per se, are all team things. It seems like I don't know.
Totally.
Is golf a thing? I don't golf, but I feel like golfers are kind of a different
18
breed.
holes and you're done, and like, oh, I played
Right,
two
but like,
rounds.
Oh, I got the
3 hours.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
12 hours on
Right,
the water.
you're
dark
not-
To dark,
Yeah,
dark
it's
to
like,
dark.
there's snow on the ground. Like, I'm not.
No, we did dark to dark, and I looked at Google Earth for 4 hours, and I
Right.
retied 12 rods and 12 like they ain't retying their clubs.
Right. That's true. That's
Like
true.
they shine a couple balls and maybe brush off a divot from their fucking club, and they drink cocktails.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. They get in fights too. Did you see that one video?
Cool.
That one video, the guy throwing the guy in the lake. That was pretty cool.
I missed that. I seen
Oh
Happy
my
Gilmore, but it sounds like a reenactment.
No, it was pretty good. It was like some
Really?
hockey
Recently?
guy. Yeah, it was a big thing a couple
Oh,
like a month
actually,
or two
I might
ago.
have heard. Who
Like,
was that?
It was some hockey guy, and the guy's like just hammered, and he's trying to fight him. And the guy's
Was that
just
in a
like,
restaurant?
no, it was on a golf course.
Oh fuck!
That was a cool video. Like 6 different people sent it to me, and I sent it to a bunch of people, probably multiple times. It was pretty funny.
I do live.
Good times.
I might have missed it, but
Wow, I'll have to find it. Send it to you.
Yeah, dude, I might have been on different, different
The cool
axis
thing
of
is the
the
guy kept
galaxy.
coming. He got thrown in the lake and he came back swinging.
Really?
Yeah, like that guy's an animal. I don't want to bass fish against that guy.
Did he come and whip his ass after he got thrown in the lake?
No,
But he just
no,
put up a good fight.
No, he didn't put up a good fight. It was very one sided
He was just brave.
or drunk.
Oh, God.
Probably a lot of drunk.
It's his fault. The guy who got thrown in.
I don't know. It started when the guy
Seen
got.
that way?
I
You think he
don't know.
started the fight?
I'm on the guy.
Yeah,
I'm not taking the drunk guy's side. I'm taking the guy that threw him in the lake side because
Yeah.
that guy looks like a good side to be on. I'm on his team.
I'm on who
Sorry, guy. If
I'm
you-
from.
the one that got
Wherever's not
thrown in
going
the
to
lake.
get me hit.
Yeah. Nah.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah, you know. I'll be
Wherever
on.
it's
I'm
not
a
gonna
lover.
get me hit.
Remember, we were gonna fight on green. It would have been. It
Who?
would have made good TV.
Oh,
me
you
and
and
you.
me.
That would have been good TV for that drone.
Oh, for you.
How funny would that have been?
Horrible TV for me.
Dude, that would have been hilarious.
I'm not fighting somebody
on
for an AOY
like, with a
thing.
drone. Like that would have been so
Drone fight?
funny. Like them panning over the lake
Two
and then
getting
just
his
us.
ass whooped.
I thought it would have been cool, but
It would have been cool. It's just I'm not a fighter, bro.
I'm not either.
I'd have rather watched you and Charlie fight.
Yeah, you
It'd
know,
have been more fair.
Charlie's
He's
a big
huge.
boy.
He's fucking.
Charlie's a big boy, and but I
like
like
you're a
Charlie
scrapper.
too. I like Charlie too much to want to fight him.
I know. I'm with. Oh,
Like-
what? If, you'd fight me though?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Why?
I don't know. You were closer. It seemed like a good thing to do at the time.
Why do you
I
want
don't
to fight me?
I don't know why. It seemed like a thing that needed to be done at the time.
Was I too close?
No, you were good.
Okay.
You
'Cause I didn't.
we talked about it.
Yeah,
we were
I was
good.
trying to scope out. I
I
wasn't
know.
trying to hit them docks.
I don't know. I was just trying to see if that school of Largies was still chilling there. They were
There's
not.
fish there when I pulled in, and by the time we could cast, I don't know where the fuck they went.
That
I
hurt your
should've
feelings,
just
didn't
fought
it?
a little, but I mean, it was fine if like my next if I ever ran into some sooner. But it seemed like I'd fucking really move long distances to run into something and then lose one or something stupid. So
That
it's just
ties
that
into
kind
some
of morning.
That kind of ties into where I'm gonna leave these wonderful folks that have listened to this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is one of my things is you don't have to win a tournament on the first spot.
I agree.
Like you got to think about that. You don't have
Mm-hmm.
like you don't have to win on your first spot. You don't
No, it's never
like
usually
let that
not.
sink in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know. I think that's a big
I
thing
was
that
fine, and I didn't stay there
early in
thinking
my-
I was gonna win there,
dude, early in my career, or like when I started, I thought, I got this spot. I can win it on this spot. Nah, you don't have to win it on that spot. Go to the next. Even if it didn't seem as good, today's the day. Different day, different time.
Dude, you're 100% right, and that's really good advice because people think too much into that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
To
You
be
may
honest,
only
I
have
never
one
even
spot.
made a cast on that spot I started. The blobs looked right the
Mm-hmm.
day before during our scoping day.
I didn't go. I went to a different lake and just
When I
peeled on.
found, that's when I found that area I started on in the scoping day, and I intentionally started there because I hadn't fished it yet, and I was so curious.
Yeah.
And it looked right.
It was really close to being right.
It wasn't. But
Had you found the school I was trying to start on,
I dots that way, and I.
you'd have been.
That's why I asked
you'd
you.
have been sitting good.
That's why I asked you
Yeah.
which way you were going.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get in your way.
Yeah.
And when I found out you're going that way, I tried not to fucking get in your direction you were going to go.
Yeah, you
and
were
I
good.
liked both directions, but I
Me
didn't
too.
practice those. I practiced a little bit to the right, but not casting much. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's the beauty of
I
scope.
just liked what I saw in that from you to Charlie. And, yeah, like left of you
Weird.
to Charlie.
Weird. We were
And
dialed.
You were there.
Crazy.
So I'm like, well, shit, I can't start on this side and work that way. So, and Charlie was there. So I tried to keep a good as good a distance as I
Right.
could.
Distance is so hard when we're all moving around at 3 miles an hour.
Dude,
But
that's just it. Scoping, like, how do you, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, what's
if one guy's sitting and you're, or
Mm-hmm.
like, if one guy's going faster than you, and it's easy to do. If you're going fast, it's easy to maybe,
or
seem
especially
like
if you're
a
both
dick.
going at each other and one guy's going, you're both going 3 miles an hour. You're going together at 6 miles an hour. Like that
Oh, yeah,
closes
yeah.
some
Cross
distance,
collision.
man.
Yeah, there's a reason they tell you to bike on the side with the traffic. It's because if there's a fatality, it's going to be less fatal
Fair enough.
than you're moving and this thing's moving
that way on a bike. I feel like why they have you bike on the
I think
same
you're-
side as you're
you're-
driving, and you walk
You're
on the
toast.
opposite side.
Well, that could be more
Side
fatal.
quest,
I'm walking
but-
at 3 miles an hour, bud.
I'm not walking that fast.
Okay.
It's too much work.
You know,
I'm strolling nice and slow.
you need to be a flat rate mechanic for a little while, and then you'll start walking fast.
I tell that to most mechanics.
Just live my life on the fast lane.
Yeah, what's your advice for being like if you're talking to a mechanic who wants to be successful mechanic?
I don't know.
Let's leave it that. Like
Oh
what's
boy,
what's
that's a lot harder than bass fishing. I don't know.
seems like it.
Don't break things. Minimize breakage, but sacrifices need to be made.
What kind of sacrifices? Sacrifices need to be made.
But I don't know what kind. Sometimes you just got to break something.
Okay.
You know,
so
sometimes when-
minimize it, but
Sometimes when you're hanging on that wrench and you know it's going to hurt when that thing lets loose, just let her eat.
you ever
Knuckles
hurt
heal.
yourself freaking
Not like majorly, but I bleed a lot. You know,
okay.
little walleye wound yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but yeah, like it hurts. But how's the song go? Pain hurts, but only for a little bit. Because chicks dig it. Something like that.
Yeah, because so your favorite tool for a bass is a jig. What's your
Heck yeah.
favorite tool for a truck?
Big hammer.
Really?
No arguments there.
Why?
8-pound sledge. Let that thing do the talking.
Really?
Oh yeah, she's gonna
Tight
get,
bolts. Now you got no fucking problem with me.
It's universal.
No
Takes
rubber
out
on
raid.
that mallet.
No. I got a couple dead blows, but no, it's very. That's a heated question, but that's the most fun to use. But
gotcha.
usually, actually, that one kind of. By the time you get to that, like you're just rage swinging.
Okay.
So probably not my favorite.
What's the vehicle that pisses you off the most when you see it in the shop? Like, fuck this vehicle. Like
You know, my
Ford
first
Fiesta
first jump right there was a PT Cruiser. I don't know why.
Oh God,
I don't know
dude.
why that was literally the first thing that came to my mind was a PT Cruiser.
Dude, I worked at
Gross.
Batteries Plus, and I
Gross.
jumped them freaking PTs, and like, Jesus Christ.
Go ahead and Google that, kids, if you don't know what they are. There's none left on the road because they shouldn't be on the road. So, thank you.
Used to get punched when people saw one.
That's right. Yeah.
Like, that's how bad they sucked. It's like, you know, if one drove by, you'd have to like freaking hold your left arm.
Yeah, like-
PT Cruiser Bruiser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't blame them. I get mad too when I
I
see
grew
them.
up
Maybe
slug
that's
bugging, man. You
maybe
know?
that's why it's like kind of a trauma moment for me. Or something.
Dude, I was raised on slug bug and PT Cruise bruises.
Fair enough.
Like, we grew up in the 90s, man. Like, we used to get punched for cars, for a type of car driving by.
Yeah. Now you.
Nobody gets
now
fucking
you
punched.
wussy kids would call social services or something.
Nobody gets punched for a car anymore. Like, we used to get
Maybe
punched
we
for...
need to bring it back.
We used to get punched
Every
for
time someone sees a Vexus.
Bro, we used to get punched for someone else's car. Think about
Yeah,
that.
like just the fact that I'm in the vicinity of somebody that happened to make a bad decision once in their life and buy this car.
You kids don't know how good you got it. We used to get punched for someone else's car.
It's someone else's bad decisions.
Yeah.
Like, that's hardcore.
I feel like a nitro, we should do that for nitros. Like nitro.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down. But there is a lot of nitros. You can get punched a lot. There wasn't a lot of PT Cruisers at any point. Not that many idiots.
Yeah, but
Just
PT
kidding.
Cruisers
They're probably
suck.
good
You
people
couldn't
to
do it
drive
for
them.
Vexuses.
Sorry if that
Like,
hurt anyone's
it's a
feelings.
nice machine.
I know. But there's not as many of them yet. So maybe,
That's
know.
why they did it for PT Cruisers.
I don't know.
I thought it's because
maybe they tried to build the brand.
I
I
thought
don't
it
know.
was rhymed with bruise.
I don't know. I never thought that deep into it. Just started swinging.
I'm tired.
I'm gonna drive home and hopefully not see any PT Cruisers.
Yeah, drives. Well, you don't got anybody to slug bug you, so you're good.
Might be safe.
Might be. Do you slug, like, out of respect, do you slug yourself? Like,
Probably
will
should.
you
Probably
punch
need to follow
yourself
the
if you
rules.
see the
Diligence is a big deal.
I mean, it's good to be consistent, and
Good
you're
to be
consistent. And
Good
you
to
are
be consistent at bass fishing, but
Yep. Not PT Cruisers.
nah, I haven't seen one in so long. I don't know what I'd do, but I'm gonna think of you next time I see one. I'll text you. I'll try and take a picture for you.
I don't know why you want to fight me so bad.
I don't know either. It just seemed like the right thing to do when a drone's hovering over our heads. Like, how funny would it be? I don't know. We'd have chased all them smallies off. Maybe they would have wound up biting better. I don't know.
Dude, I don't, I wouldn't have fought fair is the problem.
That's okay.
If I'm in a fight, like, it's
start whacking
don't
me with
wanna-
one of them Vocelka custom rods. They seem pretty durable.
They are.
I wouldn't
They
want
are
to get
durable.
hit by one of them.
They are durable.
Like that.
I would feel it too. Is the
that-
problem.
That
They're
that
that
big
sensitive.
twig that big shot. What's that? What's Ron's stick called?
The big rig.
The big rig.
yeah.
That thing would do some damage.
The problem is they're so sensitive. I would feel it too.
That's
hitting
true.
you.
That's true. Your wrist might hurt the next
dude.
day.
Those
Ooh.
things are more sensitive than a woman, and they land fish like Delta Airlines, bro.
Let's go to bed.
Go to
Thanks
bed.
for watching, guys.
Dude, congrats on a hell of a season, bro. You earned it.
Thanks, man.
A lot of respect for you as an angler. It's a blast today, and yeah, take it easy on us. Appreciate it, dude.
I'm coming back more angry than ever. So, boys, better hang on.
Yeah, dude. Let me know how you like that steer ride, eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go catch a few on it.
This is Teal's Bass Galaxy and Evan Blakley checking out.